Right, and welcome back to God only knows what episode of for Fistful of Thrones, our Rogue Trader Warhammer 40k campaign. When we last left off, the Dark Eldar mercenary Leoresh had been captured by the Eldar that had been battling the Nikos dynasty for control of the planet of Yamakor. The rest of the crew was not terribly worried about it, but did acknowledge that it was a pretty good idea to probably try and track down where they'd taken her, as that's probably where they're based. Now,
Lesson of the day, kids. Don't kill the girl you have a crush on's girlfriend. It doesn't work.
yeah,
She just gets really pissed.
yeah. After being captured, Leoresh has been put on trial and had managed to use her very disturbing life story to make the Eldar seers in Zagnum and Rhine so disgusted that they missed the details that would have incriminated her. And so they acquitted her of her charges and have placed her under house arrest while they figure out where the hell they're going to drop her off.
Oh right, yeah. The Dark Kin is on house arrest. I forgot about that.
I'm gonna be honest, I thought Shane was just fucking with the new guy because he didn't want to kill him his first session, and then we were just gonna come in and be like, "Alright, by the way, Leoresh, you got to back up, you're dead."
Yeah, to be honest, I expected that too a little, yeah. But hey, I managed to bullshit my way out of that.
I admit I was considering it when you decided to try and hide yourself as a howling banshee and forgot to remove her soulstone.
That was the
Yeah, I
best.
fucked up on that one.
Okay, honestly, would the disguise have even worked if the Soul Stone was removed?
Yeah, the main thing is the seer was there.
It might have had a slightly better chance. Because
I probably could have cracked it, just bashed it against a rock and then be like, oh, destroyed in the battle. No one would have been the wiser, I think.
Shot me right over my dick. It was terrible.
At the very least, it would have made it not quite as obvious to the spirit seer that there were more people there than there was supposed to be.
Never know. Maybe I was into some Soulstone sharing or something. I don't know. Well, I know, right? But hey, I got out of it, though. I got out of it.
But it all turned out okay in the end.
I'm not dead.
Yet.
And I've concocted many more plans. And I planned around the plans that you planned around my plans that you're planning.
I don't think you did, because I don't have that many plans.
At any rate.
Shh.
In response, the crew of the Shield of Arnor figured that maybe we should probably not try and do this on our own, and asked around to see what kind of help they could get. They've contacted Battlefleet Coronis, who promised reinforcements within 3 months, and they've put out a call to a greenskin mercenary.
Well, no, we tried to. We didn't figure out where to take it.
Ramirez did specifically get the feeler out there, put the word out that they were looking to hire more Urdies.
I should have lied and said that there were a lot of other things to kill.
Probably.
Anyways.
They had lots of guns.
Orcs
Gene
aren't known for
those.
enjoying a fight with Eldar, but,
But anyways, as we return to the ship, everyone is going about their day-to-day. I'm going to find Ramirez. I'm going to tell him he needs to come with me. And I'm going to walk off the bridge.
Sword. What's up with this sword that I took off a corpse?
He sent you the stats last game. Focus up, man.
I'm talking in system, in lore, what am I seeing as I look at this sword? How is it different from my sword? What is up with Eldar tech?
it is an exceptionally elegant piece, very thin and curved, and the blade could split a hair.
I have been needing to shave, but something
Ramirez,
tells me
do
this
not
would
do that.
slice right through my flesh.
I have been needing to shave, but this will probably decapitate me.
The captain comes in as I'm trying to shave through the gas mask.
Ramirez, stop. I don't know what you're doing, but that looks terrible, and you are probably the best astropath I have on the ship.
Well, that just hurts my feelings, I suppose. And it's a probably, but all right.
All right. So, I have been thinking about my recent plan. And I'm going to be honest, it was a shit plan. So
we tend to come up with a lot of those, though.
Yes, but upon reflection, what I need you to do is put some filters out to the Armingrads again and contact Chorta. Tell him we have some Eldar to murder in the Orn system.
That was the plan last time, but we don't have a way of contacting them unless you want me to just purely blindly start throwing out
Ramirez, I do not care how you do it. We have 3 months because we're going to be waiting for the Imperial Navy too. I don't know what's over there. I want to be prepared.
Oh yeah, that Dark Kid is fucking dead then. That Dark Eldar is dead.
But while that's going on, I'm going to go get a report from Vanessa, I think it is. Handle that work and see if the supply ship's loaded. And if it is, we'll make our way back to Port Wander. Get this job done and sealed.
I'm gonna go get the choir singing then. I've heard you use that term, Shane. What is actually up with calling my astropaths my choir?
Astropathic choirs are groups of lesser astropaths who work together to send messages.
Backup dancers, basically.
Okay, so these guys are my back dancers. All right, good to know. I'm gonna gather the astropaths, and I don't know what I'm doing. Sure, let's try and find this person who's notably elusive.
I mean, Short is not elusive at all, and that is what I pay you for.
She's mean.
You don't want to find her, but we have to. Damn it!
Lord Captain, she's mean.
I'm aware, but we need to meet them sometime, and we might as well meet them now when there's a chance they could die for us.
Am I rolling here, Dungeon Master?
You're going to go ahead and roll me a sign of science.
I get a bonus because the choir.
You'll get a +10 for having the choir with you, and a second +10 because if you're calling for Chorta, you have an idea of where Chorta is.
Let's start with Chorta then. I don't like that I succeeded so well.
Yeah, you home in on where you know Chorta's based, up around the pleasure planet of Solus and Carmine.
Yeah, why can't we go there?
Because she owns it.
Oh.
Well, she owns a considerable chunk
right,
of it.
Anyway. I forgot how this place felt. Hello? Tap, tap, tap. Ow, feedback loop. Shit.
But yes, you do connect to another astropath, or at least able to get a message through to them, and you can send whatever message you like.
Alright, so I would have given him specific instructions.
I was going to ask if you would have given me anything, or if I'm just winging it.
I would have given you something to say. Madam Chorta, I am currently experiencing Eldar problems. Actual first Shane, I want to give me a minute and see if I can roll something. See if I know anything about Miss Chorta.
That would be knowledge or common knowledge rogue traders.
You'd think I would have that, but I don't think I do.
You could also just make a base intelligence test, which is going to be half your characteristic.
I don't like the odds of that either. I'm
just going to make a logic test because that auto halves it.
Well.
I'm not using a fate point. Shit, I'm going to need them.
I'll make the intelligence test. Oh wait, no, the logic? I'll make the logic test.
Well, it would be intelligence. He was just using that because he doesn't have logic, so it automatically halved it for him.
Oh, logic and 40k. I'm shocked.
Effectively, I'm having Eldar problems. I'd be willing to discuss terms about negotiating for your help. Please respond.
Do you even like your boss? Like, are you in the same boat as me? What do you feel about this Chorta lady?
Again, at this distance, you're just sort of casting messages to them.
I know. I'm basically just talking to myself while I'm thinking about how I'm getting the message from the Lord Captain.
Just, picked you up out of a fucking black ship. You're living the fucking big dream. I'm keeping you fed.
You didn't pick him up out of a black ship. The black ship got to Terra, soulbound his ass, and you picked him up from some remote message station.
Yes, Madam Shorter, we have... this is the astropath representing Lord Captain Iskander Nikos, and we are seeking aid with an Eldar issue. We'd be pleasantly happy if you would discuss terms with us at your earliest convenience.
It is several hours before you get a message back, and the message you receive is a pretty black and white affair. My terms...
That's good.
My terms are no less than 65% hint of the total loot. If this is agreed to, you have my assistance.
And this girl plays hardball.
64.9 and you have a deal.
That just seems insulting.
I mean, I don't give a fuck about Eldar loot. That's a Xeno ship shit. I'm not gonna take that. Let her get found out with that shit.
The terms are agreeable under Lord Iskander Nikos' blessing.
After a while, you get a response back. Name your rally point.
I name Yabakor.
Captain, where are we rallying?
I name Yamakor.
Yamakor. In whatever the fuck system of the Kuranos expanse.
On Beholden Reaches.
Yep. Is it over there? Oh yeah, it is, isn't it? Well, I'll be damned.
Then we need to send the message to the other rogue trader, who I feel hopefully is going to be a lot more fucking reasonable.
Better, otherwise you're coming out with negatives.
The one who I'm trying to find right now.
Otherwise,
with only a blessing.
I mean, y'all, she's only talking about the loot from dealing with whatever fucking Eldar is there. I didn't plan on taking anything from them anyway.
Sure, I'll spend a fate point here, why not?
Yeah, but here's the thing, if the other rogue trader requires more than 35% of the loot, then you now need to come up with some extra Eldar loot.
Yeah, otherwise, really work the shaft there. See, I'm being friendly, family friendly.
Yeah. You are... Ramirez, you're looking for any connection to the Armengrads, and the only thing you're able to find is their permanent station on Port Wander. You can't find any other signal within the Coronis Expanse for their actual ships or anything.
Hey, I need to get a message to your Lady Armengrad. It's actually very dire, and I would love it if you would just help me push this through. Like, we really just need to get this done, and I'm sure you can help me with that as I roll blather to try and confuse whoever the fuck I'm talking to.
Try projecting dirty thoughts at them. That always works for me.
Can I try projecting dirty thoughts at them?
That would be blather at a -10.
Okay, guys, this has a 5% chance of working.
Just don't do dirty thoughts, you'll be fine. God damn it, Ramirez.
I send the most safely fucking images. I send the most pure Empire propaganda I can muster.
Yeah. The response you receive from the astropaths to Port Wanderer let you know that as soon as they come into contact with Lady Armengrad, they will happily pass that message along.
Right. Now that I have used my telephone, we shall travel into space hell, where I can no longer use my telephone.
You have to narrow that one down. There's a lot of hell places in the 40K.
We are traveling through space hell to get back to Port Wander because I feel like these supply ships full and we need to make money.
You're gonna need a lot of money. I guarantee you that.
No, I don't mind him listening in. You got
I
mine?
do.
Yeah.
I don't know the guy. Go for it.
Yeah, if somebody wants to let him in.
All right, I'll add him.
All right, so we when he comes in, we need to like say some like thing that's gonna freak him out or whatever. I don't know.
He's also a Warhammer fan. There's not much.
Man, fuck yeah, that was a waste. Killing my fun. There goes my buzz.
And he's here.
Cool.
Oh, hi.
Hey, what's up?
Christopher,
Not much.
Dan, Christopher.
Hi.
Hi, Christopher.
Okay, I'm going to mute my my headset.
All right.
Right.
But yeah, they have let you know that that will carry that message on as soon as they get a hold of you, or as soon as they get a hold of Armguard.
Which means they're never
Of
going
course.
to.
Oh no, I've gotten that answer before. Yeah, they're not gonna get back to me.
I've worked with enough government people to know that. Yeah, that's basically you're never getting it, or you get like next year.
At any rate, I believe the Lord Captain said he wanted to try and make the trip back to Port Wanderer back in under 3 months.
We're not gonna
I
make
mean-
it, Captain. I would actually recommend against this course of action.
The Codex Astartes does not support this action.
Fuck the Codex Astartes.
Oh,
Stupid book that should never have been written.
Shut up, Landy. It's a book that should have been written. The people took it way
I
too
would
fucking
advise
far.
against attempting to make rapid speed warp travel, because last time we tried this trip, it took 8 months.
the warp is a fickle
8
mistress.
months in warp time. Also, it was only going to take us like 2 weeks. We should be fine.
I
Was
don't
that
think we should
material
do it with
time or
shit
warp
whenever we
time?
have, whenever we have set deadlines to meet with
It occurs to me
Our-
I probably should have decided at some point whether the 8 months was in the warp or in real time.
Yeah, because that shit happens. Like, you gone for like 2 days, but for you it feels like 2 years in the warp or something, or vice versa. That shit
I mean,
happens.
Shit, there's been times where people have arrived before they left.
Yep.
Yeah.
You did say that we resynced our chronometers, and it was 8 months later.
All right, fair enough.
And so Ramirez is currently voting against this course of action.
We have to use space hell eventually. The fuck are we gonna do? Sit over Yamaga for 3 goddamn months?
You have the
But we
supplies
have
for
3
it.
months to wait for our reinforcements, and we don't even know when Shorta is showing up.
Did I not give you the same time as the Imperial Navy? Because I'm pretty sure I gave you the same time.
I just told. Oh, I was supposed to say the same. Oh dear.
Yes, was the whole point of getting everyone.
I mean, it's probably going to take
Yeah.
2 to 3 months to get across the Corona's expanse to you, so...
That is pretty fair. That depends on how urgent she feels the need to come. Might take
With
the
me, the
scenic route.
ladies always feel an urgent need.
No, they don't.
Yeah, they
Yeah,
do. It's called the backhand.
Okay. So, because I feel like we really have nothing going on 3 months later.
Really? What? We would just play Tiddlywinks for 3 months? Yeah.
I'm actually gonna go
I
and speak
mean,
to the
if you
the
really wanted
ast-
if you really wanted that shipment to get back to Port Wanderer, you could just send the transport ship.
Yeah.
unguarded transport
And then the
ship.
transport ship could get fucking raped in the warp. I don't think so.
Yeah,
There's
no,
a
there's
Gellerfield.
Yeah, and those can fall down, and then that transport ship gets raped in the warp.
Okay, to be fair, if it's a Gellerfield goes down, there's nothing your ship can do for it anyway. So
That's fair.
I mean, fair. They're
Well, it
going.
all
straight-
depends on the navigator.
They're going
How
straight.
good's our navigator?
They're going straight to Port
Okay, if
One.
we go
They
to
should be
Port
fine.
Wanda, we should be fine.
We'll send them on the way.
I'm gonna go find the Master of Etherics
Alright.
because
All
I have a
right.
question about Xenos. So I'm walking around and I'm playing to the fact that I'm
Alright.
blind and fooling everybody thinking I'm blind until I run into somebody that knows I'm not blind.
Hey, you're not blind, mister.
And that's why you get sent down to the galley slaves.
Wait, what? Oh! The guards that take the guy down there. No, master, no.
Slaves, was it?
Mm-mm.
You seem to be the authority that the Lord Captain referred to when it came to identifying that strange gem. I was wondering how far your knowledge of the Eldar goes. I think it's been bothering me ever since we've encountered them on Yarmakor.
Well, I might not be able to answer all of them, but
All I need to
I can
know is
try.
exactly what is an Autark.
Shane, Forbidden Lord Xenos.
Forbidden Lord Xenos. Give it a +10 because you've at least had actual encounters with the Eldar now, so you might have an idea.
You didn't accept my
Hey!
hugs.
Yeah.
I probably know just the base.
Selays, you're aware that that Autarks are effectively someone who has mastered multiple of the Eldar's warrior
ways.
shrines. Aspect shrines, there we go, that's the term.
Ah.
But they are warriors who have attained mastery of multiple aspect shrines.
And thus the Master with the Earth went silent.
I mean, I don't want to say, but play the information.
I should very rightly be dead, shouldn't I?
Goodbye for. Oh, good, it made it through. Actually, yes. In fact, given the report of it, I'm curious as to how you were still standing. The Autark and more due to the ambush itself. It's one heck of a force multiplier, but
I don't know, to be quite honest. Fate seemed to be on our side that day, and the Autark missed what likely would have been the mortal blow. I saw the blade, and I look upon it. And what can you tell me of this? And I'm going to show the dire sword. Just holding it makes me feel uncomfortable.
Selays, you are well aware.
Step back.
Yeah. Selays, you are well aware that one, that's a Xenos
What dire
crafted-
swords do?
Yeah. Dire swords, you're aware that they are really powerful Xenos crafted power blades. And you're also well aware of the illegal status of Xenos weaponry.
Maybe, perhaps, I don't know. Fine, maybe give that to the Master of Sanctity. He'll know what to do with it, or... Yeah. But that is a very, very dangerous weapon.
I could feel it whenever it almost pierced my
back for
flesh.
safety's sake.
I was just curious as to what you knew. You seem much more knowledgeable on these Xenos than I, and I apologize for showing this to you, as I know of its illegal status. In all honesty, I was planning on returning it to the chest of one of the Eldar.
oddly honorable, considering their view on us.
Well, I just found it very odd poetic justice to return the sword to the one that seemed so heartbroken at the Autarch's demise. Thank you for seeing me, Soleil, and not immediately trying to remove my head for having this. It's actually quite a nice change of pace than I'm used to. This is all said through a gas mask with redded out lenses and looking super fucking creepy, by the way.
I know. You're married. Still,
I'm going to juggle the sword out of the sheath to see what the reaction is. I'm going to cut my finger and die immediately from the 2d10 wounds.
If you're actually going to try and juggle that thing, that's going to be a weapon skill test.
my soul's been split from my body!
This is your common sense speaking to your friend. I don't recommend that.
I didn't pay for the common sense quirk in Shadowrun. Get out of my head.
Oh, wrong room.
Maybe don't sever your soul. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't want to tell you how to live your life.
Thank you, those days.
Ramirez.
I owe you for this information. I truly do. And should you need anything of me, please, you don't hesitate to ask. I realize I've been very isolated as of late from the crew, and I'd like to try and break from that.
Oh, this is good. This is bonding, growing.
This is me trying to actually develop Ramirez as more than just I'm the telephone, goddammit.
But you're a damn good.
Hey, I'll have you know you're the best goddamn telephone. Get yourself down.
At least you're not a
So Lace leans in, I need you to order some takeout.
I'm tempted to do.
Look, anybody that will deliver out here to Yamakor is a hero.
Just granted, it'll take a few months.
We just it's gonna be ice cold by the time it gets here.
If you never wanted a cold pizza, man, cold pizza delivery service is one of my startup ideas.
Oh, God.
For that fresh leftover taste the night it was made.
Question. We're waiting like 3 months. Do we get anything back from Armagrad?
Unfortunately, the Armengrads seem to remain out of contact. And you receive no word of them.
I will, after this encounter with Soleil's, I will return to my room, and I will, without the aid of my choir, attempt to put out feelers for more mercenaries.
You may test Sign Science to test your ability to connect other abilities, but...
Look, Martinez couldn't help me. Maybe it's going to be a shot, but maybe Shava can help me.
You know what? Martinez couldn't help you, Holmes. All right?
Look, I know I didn't do... Look, I didn't do Shava a good deal either, okay? All of my underworld connections are not working out for me.
Yeah.
You forgot where you came from, man. You changed.
It's almost like having real food does that to you.
Man, the streets don't know you no more.
It's almost like not having to eat fucking Soylent Green is nice.
Okay, you know the biggest difference between you and me, Martinez? What? I didn't eat Jim yesterday.
And shut up. Jim was delicious.
We're killing Pat.
So that's me. That interaction with Soleil's, and then that's my 3 months.
Anyway.
And for no reason, just shielding my mind.
That might actually be a good thing to do.
I said that's my 3 months. Also for no reason, just shielding my mind the entire time. No reason.
I think it's made all the better. The call.
Yeah, no. It's just amazing. Shielding my mind call drops. Not good enough. Yeah. I'm gonna spend my 3 months just looking over reports, waiting to hear on if that fucking ship got to Port Wander, looking over things I actually need to do. Now that I have some downtime, bring me the paperwork.
Alright.
God, I fucking hate this.
But the charts, sir.
You do eventually receive word, literally like 2 or 3 days before you're expecting the Imperial Navy to arrive. You do actually receive word from Yamakor that the transport ship arrived.
I received word from Yamakor. How the fuck did people on Yamakor know before me?
Fort Wander, my apologies. I'm an idiot. You
It's
know
the warp,
this.
man.
I'm about to be confused. Like, did we set up a fucking tower down there when I wasn't paying attention? What the fuck? If you're not industrious, let's make a fucking hive city. Move people out here. We'll get on this. But yeah, okay, they got there. Yay! Money.
Get half a shilling.
Please,
half
sir,
a
can I
shilling,
have
I'm
some more?
If I get
No.
a half shilling, I swear to God, I'm burning the circle of iron to the goddamn ground.
That's a very appropriate response.
So what does that do for our profit?
I was about to be really impressed with my base jump before I see it's 80 centimeters.
Yeah.
Look. Just divide that by 3.5, and you've got your jumping inches, which is 22 inches. That's actually pretty okay.
Right. So, with the Yamakor trade route operational now, you lot are looking at +2 profit factor and 500 experience.
Oh, hey, we're still not ranked up, Shane.
Does that include me or no?
Yeah,
or...
that'll include you.
Okay, I mean, I know it'll include one of my characters.
Shane, where's that rank? I want
Hey,
my powers.
Michael, your rank's gonna be a little bit. Calm down. Spend the XP.
I hate you all. I'm boosting my science. I'm boosting my perception. I'm tired of not knowing anything.
I'm tired of being left in the dark.
I'm the one that's literally supposed to not be in the dark.
It's called the grim dark future for a reason, buddy.
We're all in the dark. We're all alone in the dark. There's just other people here.
Can you guess what I'm doing in the dark?
I don't want to know, and if you tell me, you're dead.
Fair enough.
But, yeah.
Quiet.
But yeah.
I'm good. Don't worry. Love how they just barge in my family.
At any rate, Karen, it is those few days before the supposed arrival of the Imperial Navy. The actions of the crew have left you wondering. And eventually, while thinking to yourself, you've come to the chapel within the ship. Its walls lined with statues of Imperial saints, flanking the central path up to the statue of the Emperor himself.
Is anyone else in here?
Vanessa might be, depending on the time of day.
It's at the moment it's abandoned. The priest seems to be the head priest seems to be tending to his duties in the Medicaid deck. There are, of course, the standard servo skulls and servitors, but it's not like they're going to be able to understand what you're saying anyway.
Man, fuck 'em.
And here we go with the Disney song
No.
number.
Why am I? Going to walk up to the for a while and eventually break the spot. Why am I still? What more do you need? I have given you. I have given this Imperium everything I have. I have lost more than I thought I would. Pursue your ideals for what this Imperium is. At least I brought your light back to the world, and yet I get chased off it by your most holy of servants, claiming that I was a heretic and a witch, and I needed to be burnt. My Emperor, I've given everything. So I ask, why am I still here? What more must I do? What? What service to fulfill your name?
And Karen,
please.
As the question leaves your mouth...
Yes. And...
Yeah, as that question leaves your mouth, the entire ship lurches violently to the right. The floor is suddenly upset.
That's what I...
Yeah. The floor shifts down, the right side falling, and you fall to your side. And as you lay on your side, you have a good view of the statues along the left side of the chapel. And the closest one to the Emperor's statue on that side is a statue of Saint Jacob the Redeemer. In life, a judge of the Arbites. And depicted in his statuary is him standing tall, bolt pistol in his right hand and the scales held in his left. And as the ship lurches, there's a mighty groan from the metal of the statue, and the scales clenched in his hand snap from the rest of the statue, and go skittering across the floor to end at the Emperor's feet.
I right myself and look up at the statue of the Emperor and back to Saint Jacob and back to him, pondering what just... Nothing immediate. Like, try to put the scale back. Like, really.
Say again, Pat? You broke up pretty heavily there.
Oh, man, I was doing so good up until then. Just gonna, she's gonna pick herself up and go and pick up the scale that fell. Then look up to the Emperor, to the statue of the Emperor, and just what? I don't understand. Is this a sign, or did random happenstance dictate this?
And the Emperor does work in the most mysterious of ways, as, strangely, the giant golden statue doesn't say anything.
You don't get a Hercules moment here.
I'm gonna go. On the lights when I freak the fuck out because, oh dear God, we're magic. But no, go over to the statue of Saint Jacob and try to. I quickly realized that I'll put this back on there and just kind of like leave it at the feet.
Yeah. As you go to the feet, a pair of servitors come over and begin effecting repairs. However, on the bridge...
Yeah, the fuck was that?
On the bridge, Iskander, you've hurried in, and...
No one's in the showers.
They probably were. They're also probably dead. Ah, fuck my head!
But yeah, Iskander, you've entered the bridge demanding a status update.
Yes.
The crews of tech priests that man most of the bridge stations begin rattling off responses, and finally you get one that explains the sudden lurch. It appears that something exited the warp with danger close to our position, and we were forced to make an emergency course correction to avoid a collision.
Who the fuck comes out of the warp at that speed?
I know of one race of crazy motherfuckers.
Turns out it's us, I think. Then again, we're probably...
I was about to say, yes, it's humans.
We choose to live on Catachan. We choose to live on Catachan. Yeah, it's us.
So, I feel like I can very easily, if I look out some sort of window, see what the fuck came.
Do I need to tell you how bad an idea a window is on a spaceship?
I'm assuming we have a bridge of some kind. What
You
the
have
fuck
a
am I
bridge,
seeing? What
but
is
no,
going
it
on?
would take an absolute idiot to put an actual window on that bridge.
I'm
Then it
sorry,
takes
Shan.
one
There's always
bad
a window on a fucking bridge in every sci-fi that I see. I
I'm
assume
going to
it was a
use my
window.
sinus science to see what I see in space hell.
But yeah, assign a science for Ramirez, or for Iskander, you can do a...
Sword of Omens, give me sight beyond sight.
Fuck you, Sword of
40k,
Omens.
they have windows. Just saying. Except they close it when they go in the warp.
At any rate, Iskander, you can do an awareness with a bonus to the ship's detection, so a plus 15.
Sure. This is the one skill I didn't up.
Slays, if you're on the bridge, you can attempt the same test. Slays, scanning the object that fell out, that came screaming out of the warp, mere kilometers from colliding with you. This thing should not be a functional spaceship.
Oh shit.
No. I
It
didn't want these guys.
It reads as just one massive lump of iron. Not even steel, not even advanced metallurgy, just wrought iron.
No.
Everybody's reaction is just, oh no. Oh, Captain.
And
I
suddenly,
believe,
on this bridge, there's a foxtail.
I
I
answered
was
it.
gonna do Forbidden Lore Warp. Yeah, like, what the fuck?
I'm gonna let her do that first. Like the
Hit
I'm
by
sorry.
a warp comet. Yep.
Slaves, you can attempt a forbidden lore warp.
So yeah, no, it's like there's a foxtail. I'm just looking at it like I'm just looking at it for like a solid minute. Like, right, we still have those and people use that, and then I answer it.
I mean, it's only good for like in-system communications, but
This is Lord Captain Iskandar of the Shield of Arnor.
yeah, you Yumi's always got a lot of names. Listen, did somebody call for the Morka boys? 'Cause we's here.
Just gonna turn that off. Ramirez, I could have sworn, told you not to do that.
Lord Captain, you're the one that specifically told me to call them.
Yeah, and then I
asked
told
The
you to
internet,
turn
once
it
it's
off.
out there.
Because that was a dumb idea.
You never told me to call it off.
Ramirez, if I said it was a dumb idea, that
You
means
never
call it
told-
off.
You never gave the order, Ramirez. Call off the order.
I feel really good about being far away from this clusterfuck.
Lord Captain, we need all the help we can get. We don't have Lady Honor. This may be a blessing in disguise.
Yes, if we can convince the Imperial Navy and Shorta to not blow them up and or murder us for calling them, which, considering our rival rogue
First,
trading,
and we say the orcs have attacked the Eldar and have weakening their forces actively. Look, it's not my fault you're bad at giving orders, Lord Captain.
it's not my fault you don't have common sense, Ramirez.
You're right, that's the part of my brain they cut out.
Oh no, Iskander cut the communications. At that moment, the hail sounds again.
I don't think we should hang up on them. They're very rowdy types.
Maybe if we ignore them, they'll just go away.
I'm just
Well,
gonna
like the
answer.
bridge crew suggests that.
Gonna answer.
I'm gonna roll Forbidden Lore Xenos. Everybody, quickly paint the ship purple.
I'm just gonna answer. Hello?
Oi, maybe keep your mechs focused on that thing. It's gonna be hell if I can't. It's gonna be hell if I can't hear you talking.
Yeah, no, my finger slipped. I'm real sorry about that. So, listen. Send you the coordinates where I need you to go.
Well, hang on. First of all, how much we's getting paid?
These guys are smart.
Fair point, fair point, fair point.
You see, the message I heard said you wanted us to fight the Eldar. They don't fight right. So, if you want us to fight the Eldar, we're gonna need some payment up front.
Damn, these guys are good.
They're seasoned businessmen. Hold on, I know secret tongue rogue trader. Allow me, Lord Captain.
I also know that. Be quiet, you.
Yes, but I'm actively smarter than you.
I doubt that.
40 intelligence.
41.
1 point. That's actually impressive.
But anyways, so we don't pay up
What are we
front.
talking about points for, by the way? No, never mind. Go about business.
We need pay up
If you
front.
had to break down your general intelligence to a percentage,
We need pay up front. Alright. So, I'm just gonna roll a charm, Shane, to see if I can convince them to not get paid up front and go where I need them to go.
you may roll the charm.
I'm going to open up the Lord Captain's shirt and show the scar and begin applying baby oil.
Fuck.
I mean, again, I'm
Can't
gonna
even
bring
see
up
me.
that this is a Vox connection, so they can't actually see you.
I'm just doing this for my own nerves, my anxiety.
Okay, Ramirez, stop that. Also,
Lord
why?
Captain, I get nervous around orcs.
So there's probably everyone on the ship. You don't see them lathering my chest in baby oil.
I don't know. I see that arm's been thinking about it.
Alright, roll my charm test. Oh, hot damn. Now listen. I understand your point. But when we're talking, sitting here, wasting time trying to figure out how much we're going to get paid, the Eldar over there aren't dying. And they need to die.
I don't know, Umi. For all I know, when I get there, the Eldar will run off. And tend to be how they do when we show up. And I'm sorry, I'm butchering everything that is orc, but unfortunately I can't do the orc voice right now.
My throat's destroyed. Pat's connection is gone, so none of us can do the orc voice for you either.
Yeah, I have this weird pinch in my throat that is just not letting me do Cockney.
Cockney's difficult if your throat's not up for it.
Cockney's the language of love.
They could be gone, but here's the thing. They don't know you're coming. You've got them by surprise.
I want to know why gamble is an intelligence check.
They won't even know.
Know when to fold them.
They won't even know what's happening. You'll probably kill half of them before the fight even starts. They have no idea
you're phoning at.
All right, well, you can just show up and let them know you're there.
And then they run away.
Well,
listen, man.
Listen. You're gonna. Yes, I have. It's fucking annoying. I understand, but
then you understand why I want my payment up front.
I understand why you want your payment up front, but you need to understand why I don't want to pay you up front.
What
if you die? And what if I die? Then we just all lost money.
Morka, was it? Just a moment. Lord Captain, a moment, if you will.
Fuck it, no. Let's go on Ramirez.
He could potentially help us resolve the shorter issue.
What you on about?
We don't like this Lady Chorta, do we?
Mirez. She is probably going to bring a fleet. That is one orc ship. No, I have no idea.
Yes, and what do orcs do best? I don't know because I don't have Forbidden or Xenos.
Neither do I.
Selays, what do orcs do best?
That's a space.
That. They fight. What I'm saying is, could potentially be beneficial if we have the orcs attempt to deal with Lady Chorta as a bit of a bonus on their end. They get to fight proper humans and get slaughtered. Let's be honest. If she brings a fleet, they will die horrifically. And that's one less person we need to pay.
Here's the bigger issue. I want them in the Eldar system, killing the Eldar, so that when we come in...
Yes, but if we tell them that
we're dealing with...
If we tell them that more people to fight are going to be on this Eldar world, I honestly don't know anymore. My plan's been shot to shit. I'm surprised that you didn't just give me the order to call it off.
I'm surprised you needed that order, Ramirez. Come on,
You're smarter than me. Why didn't you order me? You are my commander.
I had a lot of fucking paperwork to do. In the future, we'll figure this shit out. From now on, if I give you a different order, ask me, hey, what about that last order? We'll get it sorted. Okay?
This is why we need communication.
Now we're here. Now we're here. We're going to get past here, and then we'll worry about how to fix the problem. Anyways. All right. So, are you still there?
Meanwhile, the orcs on the other end just...
Been listening to every word, Umi.
All right. So, here's what we're going to do. We're going to pay you. We're going to send you on your way. How much you want?
A way to fight the Eldar, or just leaving?
I mean, you want to fight the Eldar? Because I'm paying you to fight the Eldar.
Well, if you're paying us to fight the Eldar, then we'll fight the Eldar. If you're paying us to leave, we might have to fight you.
Nah, that'd be annoying. I need to murder some Eldar. Don't really have a problem with you. Alright, so... what are we looking at pay-wise? And Shane, I'd like to roll a commerce. See if I can fleece these fucking orcs.
Wait, we have an accountant somewhere on the ship. Where did we put our pencil pusher?
Oh, screw you guys.
Lady Vanessa...
Now you remember me.
You do know Vanessa is somewhere in the officers' quarters at this point.
I'm actually not in the officers' quarters because my quarters is like down below the... far below in the ship.
Oh, no, they got you moved back to the proper officers' quarters once that whole confusion was over.
After we found out our horrible mistake.
No, she said proper officer quarters.
Okay, hang on. Because I'm pretty good at this commerce thing, so I think I can do it.
I'm going to put on my void suit, and I'm going to go start swimming around the ship to find her window. On the ship,
right.
according to Jeff.
What?
I'm just messing with Shane because windows on spaceships are bad ideas.
Alright, so...
never a good plan.
All right, so Shane,
They have
can
one.
I roll the commerce to negotiate with this
That's
so I
why
can figure out how much
have
I'm
it.
paying?
In for the whole place.
Shane,
You may roll a commerce to try and negotiate with Captain Erdy.
I'm gonna use a fate point on that.
And you
It's
can
a
re-roll it.
69 though. You did it super sexily because of all the baby oil.
Unfortunately,
you
it wasn't
can't see.
successful.
69.
He can hear
I mean,
the baby oil. He can hear how the captain's pecs squeak.
I mean, you could probably also vox her up too. Just saying.
Yeah, but
you could also call the person whose job this is, but
Okay, the problem was that if I failed, I'd make it harder for her, so I just wanted to succeed. But in the future, we need to have her on the bridge.
I'm going to
learning from our
go and find.
mistakes.
I'm gonna go find one of the armsmen that has the vox casters, because I don't want to just use my warp powers all the time.
That's good stuff to live by.
You armsman,
sir,
go fetch Lady Vanessa.
aye,
We
sir.
need her on the bridge most of the time. I realize. Wow, we are bad at our job.
Lady Vanessa, you do receive a communication over the shipboard box to please report to the bridge.
And she's like cleaning up in her room. She has like a little shrine set up to some of the Primarchs. Has some of it fallen over and broken.
Roll me a d6.
And she just
Oh
D6?
God, no, not my liquor cabinet! I'm gonna run back to my room.
that too. That would also suck. That was the most secure, you bastard. Don't take that from me.
But those are like $140 each. God damn it! I spent like
When the ship lurched,
all
you
day putting
desperately
them together.
Vanessa, when the ship lurched, you desperately tried to keep your feet, and you threw an arm out to try and keep each of these small statues to the Primarchs from falling off. And unfortunately, just on the end, the statue of Sanguinius was just outside your fingers and fell, and its wings snapped off on the floor.
Oh no, not Hawk Boy. Damn. He's always getting yeah, so she's like that was her favorite too.
It's like when you have a figurine fall off your shelf. You're like, oh man, that took me like 4 hours to put together and paint, and now it's, and the wings didn't even like pop out of its sockets; they just snapped. God damn it! That's gonna be like a
sucks.
whole thing of green stuff to fix.
Man,
I
you
suck
done
at
you done
that.
fucked up your Gundam.
Yep. So, well, it's actually more of a like statue of like, you know how people have statues of Saint Maria.
Yeah, no, I got you. It's one of them divinity statues, but I'm just saying you fucked up your Gundam.
Yeah.
Anyways, so Shane, that commerce successful.
You have successfully engaged Captain Morty of the Morka Boys in a long-winded debate as to an agreeable settlement for his assistance. He's rather intent on you giving him bolt guns. You're rather intent on you don't have those.
I'm telling you, I don't fucking have those. I'll give you the auto guns.
We've got auto guns. They make a semi-comparable noise when they shoot things.
Yeah.
They only want them for the noise, don't they? I'm checking on my liquor cabinet. But if I was
White
there, I'd
cake
offer a
dry.
bunch of tin cans full of beans and tell them these are better than bolt guns.
Oh, what would I do?
So you just take them and smash them between your hands, and they fire a lot of these little round things. It's almost like one of your shooters, but like 100 at once.
Okay, back.
Boss! Boss!
At any rate, Ramirez has run off to go check on his liquor cabinet.
It's just
And,
Amasec, but my liquor cabinet.
Ramirez, by the time you manage to book it all the way to your room, you find there's already a couple of servo skulls doing their best to, with their little manipulator arms, try and mop up where several bottles of Amasec fell out of the cabinet.
Oh, damn it! That was not that expensive, really.
But yeah, there's service girls dabbing at your amethyst-stained floor with towels.
I'm gonna fucking help them. The room is gonna stink. Alcohol.
Vanessa, you get to the bridge to find the captain in a rousing game of argument with a greenskin. Or at least
Feel like
from
I'm
its
winning.
voice.
Feel
You've
like
never
I'm
argued
winning.
with a greenskin.
Yeah, because she's a little more smarter than that. So Lady Vanessa kind of like waits for a little point in the argument, and she like looks over to the armsman to kind of get like, is this what she was called for?
Yeah, the armsman nods. That's what they wanted you for.
And she's like,
One moment.
Umi,
Oh, good, you're here.
if your people is coughing, you all get your dock on it.
So, my lord, what seems to be the situation, and what happened earlier?
Long and short of it, orcs came into the system, trying to negotiate to get orcs out of the system and into Orn to shoot Eldar. He is very insistent on bolt guns. I'm very insistent on the fact that we don't have fucking bolt guns.
Yeah, we do not.
I don't care if he has bolt
checked.
guns. I just want the guns what the Space Marines have.
I told you, we don't have them. God damn it, we'll give you the others.
We'll build some.
She gently like
You and me
pulls
next build all
Lord
the
Captain
time.
away. Yeah, like puts two hands on his shoulder and kind of like puts him to the side. Excuse me, is this what was his name again? DM? Morkabor? Morkabor?
It's Captain Mororty of the Morka Boys.
I assume I'm speaking to Captain Mororty of the Morka Boys.
Yeah, that's who you're speaking to.
She kind of like shoos like one of the attendants that's like sitting in a nearby chair so she can sit down instead of having to stand. You know.
Yeah, the attendant gets up and moves out of the way.
Yeah, and she's like, okay, so your request is so far bolt guns, correct? Like the ones, as you quote, Space Marines use.
Yeah, I want the shooters that
Do
the
you mean
Space
the
Marines
Deptus
use.
Astartes?
The shooters that the Space Marines use. The ones that put big old mork-sized holes in things.
All right, I don't worry, I have an attendant taking this down. There's just like no one there. Is there anything else that you were requesting, or is that all you need?
Listen, you give me a nice few big crates of them shooters, and I'll kill whatever you want.
Mm-hmm. Okay, I see. And when is this payment needed?
I like it now.
I see.
There's every chance the Eldar ain't gonna be there, and then I came all this way for nothing, and then I don't even have any guns.
Well, let me throw this back on you, Captain. We can't simply just pay you up front. What guarantees that you won't turn those, as you quote, shooters back on us?
Well, you paid me the shooters to go shoot the Eldar with them.
And then she kind of like face palms a bit, like realizing who she's talking to.
Right, this thing does not have fucking logic.
Okay, so she like kind of like takes a moment and calms herself a bit. And man, I really honestly don't know how to game. I don't know how to negotiate fucking orcs.
That's why I'm just making
Crazy.
rolls until he fucking goes. I'm gonna be honest.
I can't blame you. All right, anyways, so she says, "All right, one moment, please, as I check on the shooters that we have, if you may." As she like presses the actual mute button for the Fox.
Yeah.
Starts so no one hears. And she's like, "Okay, what do we have? I don't have access to my manifest at this moment because I was not asked to bring it with me."
You just not keep that with you on it. Okay.
I didn't know what was going on, and it's a pretty big amount of I'm about to call it data slates. There we go. That's at least 80 data slates.
Listen, when I was called up here, I was desperately trying to reattach Sanguinius' wings.
Lilia, what do we have?
You mean what do we have? Like, what do we have out of character?
Specifically, among the stores of your ship's guns, you have las guns, auto guns, naval shotguns.
I mean,
Okay.
I'm
Okay.
gonna
Well, who? I know the tech priests here don't like me, especially after the rearrangements I made to my quarters. Could perhaps we make something that looks like the bolt guns that they want?
Real question. Do they know what a bolt gun looks like?
That's a good question.
Maybe.
don't actually ask them that. We could probably give them the naval shotguns. Really, they are
Yeah.
big and imposing.
Yeah, I mean, fuck it, in for a penny. I mean, what else do we have to lose?
Oh, I have the perfect. She like snaps her fingers and immediately turns back on the box.
Jane,
What? Anyways,
Jane.
Yes, Pat.
Slaze is on the bridge too. Can I just roll Forbidden Lord Xenos to help these guys?
You may roll Forbidden Lord Xenos.
She made it. Just, well, they actually might have a good idea depending on how active these laws are as to what a bolt gun is. Maybe on the Astartes pattern one, but still what a bolt gun is. However,
yeah.
these are orcs. They like big, loud, shooty things. So you could pass a few shipments of their naval shotguns or autoguns in the meantime until we can get a hold of the proper bolt gun.
Lady Vanessa kind of like raises a finger but smiles at Karen as she turns back on.
It's not Karen. Sorry.
Soleil's is the
Lilia?
Oh,
okay.
Yeah,
Sorry.
I rolled the wrong person.
But anyway.
As she smiles and understands. All right, Captain. We will send over 2 crates of our big shooters that you have asked for. Or did he ask for 2 crates, DM? I don't know how much he asked for. DM?
No, he said a couple crates, so.
We'll send over a couple of crates.
Yeah, you can almost hear him just like scratching at his chin. Big shooters, huh? All right, Umi, you've got a deal. You convinced me. You're a tough negotiator, but you got me. I can't hold out much longer. I gotta get to the fight. Just send them on over.
And we'll also send extra ammo too.
Oh,
She'll roll
that's
charm on
great.
that one.
That's a great one. You do that.
The best part about this is we could literally just send naval shotguns at them, and now that they're fully convinced they're big shooters.
Basically, what do we need to give them bullets? But we don't know that. Soleil's might know that. But anyway, it's just gonna turn off.
Do I get any bonus for the extra ammo or no?
I feel like we've
Oh,
convinced. He's convinced.
he's agreed.
He's agreed.
Yeah.
No, but she's trying to remain on good terms with them. Be the last person that they decide to turn anything on.
Oh, you're on good terms.
Yeah, we're good. We're okay. Yeah, just turn
Okay,
it
so
off.
I don't even need to roll them. Okay.
Yeah, no, just turning that off. Just like, all right.
All right, my lord.
Alright.
It's been arranged then.
All right.
So I must warn you, my lord. From what limited experience I've had, and a lot of it negative, the orcs are very violent,
I'm
even
aware.
to their own.
I'm aware.
Oh,
So
okay,
here's
my
what we're gonna do. Any armsmen that want to collect hazard pay, please report to the bridge. We're gonna be sending you in the shuttle with some. Effectively, I'm asking. All right, volunteers.
Hey, who wants to
my
please
lord,
hazard
what are
pay?
you my lord, what are you doing? Volunteers? But, she's like trying to you signal him no one's gonna volunteer for that.
No, someone will. I'm actually confident someone will.
Hey, the armsmen are paid. It usually makes sense to pay the guys who actually have the guns.
So yeah, I'm just listening about the call. Like, all right. So who wants to earn hazard pay? Now, to earn this hazard pay, you have to volunteer. You have to get on a shuttle, and you have to take some shotguns over there. But
He says to the men who can't see where he's pointing, you don't know where over there is.
Shane, I'm implying the orc ship.
Most of the armsmen are not aware there
Most
is an
of
orc
them
ship.
don't know there's an orc
They
ship.
fucking know now. There's an orc ship. Take the guns over there, throw them the fuck out of the shuttle, come back.
It takes a while to get the volunteers.
Still get them.
It requires a considerable number to come up from the lowest decks to volunteer
I don't give
for
a fuck.
this.
Little did they know, the shuttle pilot is getting double hazard pay because he has to fucking go.
It's bullshit. Just 'cause I know how to fly the goddamn lighter.
Yeah, and I assume Lady Vanessa's like just writing out receipts basically for hazard pay.
Yeah, no, the volunteers are not leaving until they have the guarantee of their payment in hand.
I have signed
Yeah.
what they need.
She does put in fine print. If anything happens, it's not transferable to family.
They don't have family. They're fine.
Yeah, it doesn't bother them. They've given up any hope of seeing their families again.
I sign all of their receipts before they leave.
You just have a stamp. Just dump.
No, I literally just sign it because it's personal. I have that shit in when they come back. Be like, and there you go.
All right, my lord. Will that be all then, or should I stay up here just in case?
I want you to get set up here because I feel like I'm gonna need you.
Thanks. I would really
What?
not like to walk the half hour back to my quarters right now, and then have to come back.
Find a way to get set up here. I don't care how you do it, as long as you don't interfere with anything important.
Well, what do you mean? So set up on the bridge here, my lord?
Find a way to set up on the bridge. I mean, Elliot does it.
Yes, my lord.
I will assist you. You can actually have my station. You're probably better at this than I am. I point to the fact that I am missing an eye. You have
You're missing an eye.
Yes, I am missing my left eye.
You haven't had that my whole life. You can't keep using that as an excuse.
I was thinking it was
my job better.
I was thinking it was Ramirez, and I'm like, how could she tell? No. Oh, okay, yeah. No, that makes sense. She's like,
I'm gonna start talking like this for Ramirez, so you won't know the difference.
I know. She says, terribly sorry to hear that. There's no need to give me your station. Which one's this, Lilia?
Lilia.
Or
Yeah.
no, Lily, Lady Lilia. It's gonna take forever to get used to that name.
It's fine. You won't need to use it much until Ramirez dies.
She kind of like looks over to the Lord Captain, like, kind of like, shocked that she would just say something so boldly. As she
Oh,
kind of
I
like
hate
holds
you,
a
Dan.
hand over her face.
I hate you, Dan.
Why you hate me?
It's I can barely talk. Enough of this. Let's continue. I can barely talk like this.
Anyway. It is a couple hours for the guns to get transferred and the lighters to get back. And as they are coming back into the bay, it is reported that it appears one of the orcs graffitied the side of one of the lighters.
But everybody came back, and that's what matters. It doesn't. I don't give a shit about graffiti. We can fix that later.
We bomb them. We bomb them now.
No. We wait until they fight the Eldar first, then we blow them up.
No.
Depending on how this goes.
I don't know. They could be our new best friends.
That's a space Hulk.
What is
that
this
normally
space Hulk?
takes
What is this
The
term?
fleet to maybe handle.
What is a space Hulk? What is this term?
A space Hulk, Maiko, is when a bunch of ships, rocks, and other detritus collides together and forms a fairly stable warp vessel.
So the
Stable,
orcs are
quote.
actually driving an entire hunk of raw iron.
It is literally, basically, take a starship graveyard, smash it all into one semi-stable mass, and that's what they're flying around in.
Yeah, I'm starting to see why Pat's all like, "That's a space Hulk."
Lives up to the name.
Normally could take on an entire fleet. Lose, but take on a fleet.
It'll lose, but it'll inflict some goddamn casualties.
So yeah, Lady
That- that'll
Vanessa.
Go ahead.
Yeah, so she sets up a shop. She calls up some of her staff to set up like a little area on the bridge. She makes sure it's nice and appropriate for her as they roll out, like on her little side, appropriate carpet, proper furniture, some cases to hold a beverage for her, a proper candelabra for light, as she
Ramirez
prefers.
is sitting in his shitty lawn chair, looking
Pretty
at
much.
this shit like, what?
Yeah.
While I'm sitting in my fucking like space captain throne. Like I feel like that's a bit much. Bit much.
I don't know.
I'm
I feel
sitting
like
here
you're
with
trying to
I'm
upstage
sitting
me
here
a
with
little bit.
my unlabeled 40 and a gas mask straw in it. Like this bitch.
Yeah, and there's like a stack of data slates and whatnot, and she has one of her staff like put down like proper padding onto the seat, even though it's already properly padded. And then when she like notices everyone's looking at her, she just kind of like looks back like, "Oh, is there something you needed, my lord?"
No.
Just looks up. What do you think? Too much? Not enough?
Anyways, so
I'm gonna go find one of the armsmen. Fucking nobles, am I right?
Aye, sir.
Armsman's like, "I'm a noble."
fuck you.
I'm gonna have a really uncomfortable shit-talking conversation with this guy who knows if he's heard shit-talking, he will be executed.
Yeah, no, he's very much just sort of, I don't have an opinion on the subject.
But anyways, we send our orc friends on their way.
They exit the system with the most rattling, terrifying jump to warp space ever.
Oh God! She like covers her ears.
Yeah, no.
Oh.
You see this thing start to transit. You see this Hulk start to transition into transition into warp space, and you're pretty sure this whole thing's just gonna fall apart and rain down all over Yamakor. But by some
Maybe we'll get lucky.
By some miracle, it holds together and gets into the warp.
Maybe I'll get lucky and the orcs will just completely murder the Eldar, or the Eldar will completely murder the orcs.
So my lord, what info do we have on the size of the Eldar? How does this work?
They are able to deploy to Yamakor with seeming impunity.
I'm also going to relay the information of the actual coordinates of the planet to Vanessa so she knows, like, we actually have a guess on how big this planet is and how vast their resources likely are.
All right, what would she have to roll to, like, get a general idea, like...
Oh
maybe...
God! We just unleashed a space orc on an Eldar fucking craft world.
I'm guessing evaluate might work here.
Either evaluate or Forbidden Lore Xenos, if you know enough about the Eldar to interpret all this information.
She's a proper Imperial citizen, so that's a no. So I'll go with evaluate. Any modifiers?
No. It's just gonna be what you have.
That's a negative there. She just shrugs like, never heard of it.
You become aware very quickly that nobody bothered to get actual numbers on the enemy or what kind of weaponry they have.
I will roll evaluate.
My lord, so all we have is his coordinates, and that they can do whatever they want on Yamakor here with impunity. Correct?
About the size of it, apparently.
Yeah, no, she's right. We're fucking stupid.
She kind of just like lets that kind of hang in the air for a bit.
Guys, we're about to
And
go
she
to a
kinda,
fight,
like-
having no idea what we're fighting.
She kind of like holds like a piece of cloth, a handkerchief to her face to kind of like hide her expression a bit. You can't tell if it's of extreme sorrow, annoyance, or just something else. And so she returns
You
to her
claim to be
post.
a good Imperial citizen.
At this point, I just imagine Vanessa leaving. I imagine Vanessa just, excuse me one moment, step out of the bridge, just hear thump, 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 thump.
That awareness was for me to realize how fucked we are.
No, she's a proper noble lady. She takes her station, though there's a bit of a grimace look on her face as she like whispers to a few of her staff that are there.
This chair, this is where I die, right here in this chair.
Yeah, there we go. That's a proper look. And then she like pours herself some wine. It's a very generous cup.
It's one of those things where you do like the proper pour, where it gets like about a third of the glass full. You stop, just turn the bottle over and empty it into the cups.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah, now
I'm
fill
sitting
the
here with
cu-
my
fill-
rubbing alcohol. This bitch has got grape juice.
Fill the wine glass full. Fill the wine glass full to the brim. Set it down. Chug out of the bottle.
But anyways,
And she like offers one of the
now,
armsmen next to her, who
As we
probably
wait.
looks like, oh shit.
as we wait for Chorta in the Imperial wing to arrive,
It's actually only hours after the orcs leave that the
oh
battle
thank
fleet
God
arrives.
we dodged the fucking bullet.
The battle fleet missed the
So
orc
our
presence
sensors
here.
tell us an orc ship was just here. Want to explain that?
The battle fleet arrives within about 4 hours of the orcs leaving. And the battle fleet, as it comes out of the warp, it starts broadcasting its signals, and you see that it is made up of 2 lunar-class light cruisers and 4 sword-class escort vessels.
Well, that's not bad.
We need to get a fucking cruiser, guys. I love this ship, but we need to get a fucking cruiser.
I love this ship, but I'm starting to really get some penis envy here.
No, we just need a cruiser because we can actually have a proper fucking fighter deck and just do more.
Well, my lord, as of right now, our profit factors do not allow us to obtain a cruiser very easily. It's kind of like mentioned.
Meanwhile, Lily is just looking, my God, she's actually doing her job. I'm proud of her. She's much better than I was.
We could add a Oberon class light cruise at a fighter deck and just
Let's worry about upgrading our ship if we survive, guys. Let's roll.
Yeah, we could, but my lord,
Yeah.
in my experience, it's not always best to have the biggest ship. A bunch of much more smaller craft tend to do the trick as well.
As you're saying this, the Imperial battle fleet is beginning to take up its position, and everybody on the bridge roll me awareness.
Ramirez is going to take a -10 because he's busy laughing at the dick jokes he's making in his head.
Go figure. I don't have awareness. We'll see.
Yes, one large vessel may not get
Why?
the job done, but she certainly is a
Why
fan of
no?
several smaller vessels. And I'm the only one that succeeded. I'm laughing at mental dick jokes. I'm the only one that did his job right.
She kind of like looks over to him, kind of like has that feeling like someone's having like a joke at her expense, but not knowing what.
Zalays, you almost notice what's wrong, and then you just like blink and you lose the train of thought, and you're like, wait, what? Ramirez, as you're laughing and you manage to start stowing the thoughts away, and you notice 2 very important factors about this battle group. One, the position they're taking up is not flanking you. They're not moving. They're not moving into position with you. They seem to be moving into position against you.
Okay, that's bad.
Fuck.
The second thing
That's
you
bad.
notice. The second thing you notice is as the lunar class right cruisers move into their positions, they part enough that you can see that there was a ship between them as well. A third light
It's the
cruiser.
asshole, isn't it?
No, it's a third light cruiser. Pitch black, and you only really notice it because it starts blotting out the stars behind it.
Oh, God. Hot Topic sent its best ships after us.
Oh,
no,
Ramirez-
Captain.
also, Ramirez, that's Black Ship.
Yeah, no, Ramirez, you of anyone, as the scans come in on this vessel, recognize an inquisitorial black ship. It's
Oh, Captain, I don't like this.
Yeah, the scans come in. This ship does not have a confirmed class. It merely lists itself as inquisitorial vessel, and gives a numerical designation.
Well, Captain, I don't like this. I don't like this one bit.
So are they even attempting to hail us? Because if not, prepare for evasive maneuvers and shit.
Once all of their ships are in position, you do receive a hail from the inquisitorial vessel.
Oh, fucking lovely.
My lord, this
Hello?
is very bad. Very bad, my lord.
No. Everybody shut the fuck up. Nobody talk.
You sure you don't want me to speak, my lord?
I'm very sure.
You answer the
She
hail.
She looks like defeated, like, no, we're dead.
You answer
Ramirez
the
is wearing a gas mask, and you can all feel the palpable fear radiating off of him right now.
Listen, as all this is going on,
Meanwhile, Lily is just sitting there, like, smiling.
Yeah, well,
Ah.
Okay.
while all of this is going on, the navigator, Lady Venora, has quietly gotten into her wetsuit and slipped into her navigation tank. It's like, I'm gonna be ready to get the fuck out of here.
Yeah. So yeah, no, just everyone's in position, just responding to
Vanessa
hail.
taking another drink of wine.
Vanessa just
I'm
down.
going to very
Vanessa, having
quietly
emptied
sink
the
into my
bottle, just
chair.
grabs the glass she filled and downs at you like.
I'm going to walk over to Vanessa and I'm going to give her a bottle of Amasec. You need something harder than that. Trust me.
She's like, no, I have no need of that. I must man my station.
No, you misunderstand. I want a good taste before I die.
She
I'm
was
gonna go
trying to
out
be
on a
nice,
high
for sure.
note.
Yeah.
But yeah, no. Fucking Iskandar's gonna call for silence across the bridge and answer the hail.
You answer the hail, and for a good solid minute, there's just an awful static shrieking throughout the bridge. Like, you are clutching at your ears, and it still feels like there's nails being driven into your brain. And finally, as it ends, the servo skulls on the bridge all fall to the floor before one gets up, floats over in front of you, Iskander, and activates a holo projector. First, it flashes the inquisitorial eye, the rosette of the Inquisition. Then that image dissolves into the image of a very aged man. He does not have an original limb left, each of them displaying a cybernetic.
Okay.
Hair, long since gray and mostly gone, decorates his head. And there's so many lines and creases in his face, it takes you a second to realize where his mouth is. Lord Captain Iskander Nikos. This is a message from Ordo Hereticus Inquisitor Alistair. One among your crew, one of your officers, is under investigation by the Ordo Hereticus. I am here to take her into custody. I'm sure you won't be disagreeing with me, considering your current position.
I need to double check my thing to make sure if I'm going to have to roll to be pissed about this.
Just gonna turn, look to Karen.
Who has not yet
He's
been
not
on
on
the bridge.
the bridge.
Lady Vanessa, when they see that they turn over the camera, she kind of like, whew.
Hey,
Like
careful
over
on
the
the
door.
bridge. We turned to an empty chair.
It was like an outline of where she was.
Yeah, no, just gonna
You're right.
respond. Give me a moment. Call her to the bridge.
Meanwhile, she was just sitting in one of the pews down in the chapel, just thinking about what that possibly could have meant, and then Voxel just, do you say why you want her at the bridge, or just Karen report to the bridge?
Yeah, Karen, we're gonna need you at the bridge.
She makes her way there.
Okay, it's only my freedom that I'm pissed about. I'm still not too happy about this.
Karen, you step onto the bridge, and the first thing you see as you step in is the servo skulls scattered across the floor. Most of their repulsor lifts just shut down completely. Then you notice the one that's still working, and following the light from its holo projector, you see the flickering image of this aged individual. Karen. So good to see you again. Last time we met, you ran off before we could finish our little chat. And Karen, looking past the
Excuse me.
servos... Karen, looking
I
past the
never had a
servos...
chat with...
looking past the servo skull, you do see the ships arrayed against the Shield of Arnor.
Forgive me, but I don't remember you in particular.
Inquisitor Alistair. It's alright. It occurs to me now that you actually ran off before we even got to have our chat. I was still arguing with the ecclesiarchs when you left. You must understand how bad that looks for you.
Just staring at the hollow image. So, one of these.
So just from an in-character perspective, this is a bad spot we're in, isn't it?
Oh yeah.
They open up on
yeah.
you. Here's the thing, Venora got ready
Like
to...
viewers.
Yeah. Venora got herself ready to try and jump out to warp space. If they decide to open up on you, she's not going to have enough time. You'll all be dead before she can get the transition going.
But yeah, just almost to herself, just okay. Look back up. I presume it was you who was supposed to lead that, and then with air quotes, investigation. The one who also sent the, again with air quotes.
Repeat that last word, Pat.
As I said, with air quotes, assassin.
I assure you, the deployment of the Death Cultist was a result of one of my inferior officers jumping the gun. Witch Hunter Kane has been dealt with. But you must understand my concerns. Now, honestly, I don't think anyone willingly betrays the Imperium. I think... Well, my concern, Karen, is that you're being manipulated by forces beyond your understanding. So why don't you come aboard my ship? We'll sit down and have that talk we've been waiting to have. And at the end, we'll have a short discussion about your future. I'm sure you understand that I cannot allow you to deny this request again. What I'm asking you to do is for the good of the Imperium.
I'm gonna roll something.
I don't. Fair enough.
Well, first off, would in character would I know if it would be a smart idea to try and defend Karen at this point?
It's pretty clear they have you dead to rights.
Ooh, I see what you did there.
Well, yes, we're dead as fuck if we do anything they don't like. I'm gonna roll Scholastic Lore Occult just to see if Karen has displayed any signs of potential corruption. Oh God, she's corrupt. We need to give her over now.
Ramirez,
Wow.
you can't really tell if she's done anything.
Look, that black ship is just fucking with me. I'm sorry.
Yeah. You're going over everything in her head that could have possibly done it, but...
Lady Vanessa goes up to Captain Iskandar. Iskandar? Kind of taps him on the shoulder while they're talking and whispers in his ear. This is very bad, Captain. Perhaps, if the Inquisition is going to take her, this may be bold of me to suggest, but they will need to compensate us at least, maybe, if they're going to.
I'm gonna cast Psychic Scream at the dude.
What? Oh, son of a bitch. God.
Too far away.
Damn it.
He's way too far away. I just
Yeah.
wanted to see what the reaction would be.
He's
gonna do
multiple
force choke him to the
kilometers
phone?
out. He's hundreds, if not thousands of kilometers away from you.
I believe thousands. So
Well,
yeah,
the distance is better measured in astronomical units. So yeah.
measure it in feet
And
for
plus
me.
be
I'm
stupid.
American.
I'm not gonna do that.
So she does whisper that to Lord Captain.
I do not respond.
Those are not astronomical units, by the way, Patrick.
So, but is that like a bad I don't respond, or too focused on the...
He just does not respond. You can't really tell.
But to this whole like, yeah, we need to have that chapel, all that. Just, I don't know.
I think you cut out there, Patrick. I don't know.
Or private book that. Okay, fair enough. But I don't know what in that private chat that Decius couldn't. If you didn't believe him, I don't know if you'll believe me.
I'd like to believe that such a high-ranking ecclesiarch would not lie to me. But there are some things I can't confirm until I can see you in person.
Lady Vanessa kind of like takes a step forward a bit, unless anyone like shoots at me and look like, nope, stay where you're at.
Yeah, no.
In the back of Ramirez's head, he's just like, this is starting to sound more and more like one of my trashy romance novels.
He writes? Anyways. So, but does anyone stop her? No mean look? Or is it just like...
I'm just looking to you like, what the fuck are you doing?
Space.
If you're gonna do a step forward, Iskandar's gonna just put his hand out and just no.
So she kind of like looks at you kind of annoyed at this point. Like, she gives you kind of like the look like something needs to be said.
She's gonna look down and look back up at the Hall of Interest and the crew of the ship.
Provided you don't offer any resistance, nothing will come of it. You'll come aboard my ship, we'll return to a watch station to conduct your interview, and the battle group will continue with their task of assisting your captain.
Lord Inquisitor,
I'm gonna look
as
to
Vanessa...
Lilia.
Oh, sorry.
Oh shit! Oh no! If you're cutting in, you're cutting in.
Damn it!
God.
Alright, so yes, Lord Inquisitor.
The servo skull darts around to face you, throwing the hologram him directly in your path, or directly in front of you.
She kind of like checks around her to see if there's anyone to put in front of her real quick, but then she regains her composure. Right now we're in the middle of a very important venture and a very detailed operation. To take away our arms master would set us back quite significantly.
I'm sure one of the cruisers that has come to assist you can spare an armsman commander.
If they are willing, then sure. She kind of like looks over to Karen, like looking at her like.
Look over at Karen. I tried, homie.
No, not like that. But she's like seeing her like, is this what you want, kind of thing. She wants to know how much is she. She doesn't want to stand and fight, basically, verbally speaking. If the other person's already given up,
Karen. Well, is gonna. Then can you? Right. Lilia, would you mind escorting me to the lighter bay then?
Of course. And as Ramirez, I'm actually going to step up and say something.
So I didn't get if that was a yes.
Lord Inquisitor, I'm
servo-
immediately returning this as I stand up to speak.
Yeah, the servo skull whips around, placing the hologram in front of you. An astropath, yes?
Yes. I just wish to say a very brief word on behalf of our arch militants. And I don't mean to question your duties and what you do for the Empire, which I do not seek to. I simply wish to say take care of our arms master, because I do look forward to working with her again once you see this investigation proves fruitless.
I will do whatever the Imperium requires of me.
I know. And that is why you are what we need. That is all. I say, sitting down immediately, just fucking regretting speaking. It's like, why'd I even do that?
Once that's done, Lady Vanessa does ask, Lord Inquisitor, if I may
Probably
ask,
I'm getting tired of being talked to.
being tired of talking to?
That's the Magic Lord Inquisitor right now. It's like, oh my god, I'm tired of this.
Before anything happens, what is she being charged with? There have been no charges been read out. My captain here has a right to know.
I'm well aware of what she's being charged for.
She kind of like looks like you're not helping.
The servoscope turns back around to have the hologram face you. Lady Desperoy.
I didn't give him my name.
You don't need
That's how
to.
creepy this old man is.
Like you read your mind.
Lord Inquisitor, there's no point in you wasting any more of your valuable time explaining. If my crew is so curious, I will explain it myself.
Lord Inquisitor, would you like to get some of this dank kush?
To be clear, there is no charge laid against Karen yet. I am merely investigating in the aftermath of an event to confirm that all of what she has fought against has been eradicated and that she was not... that her loyalty was not brought into question during the events.
She kind of nods and doesn't say anything any further, and just like takes a step back.
Yeah. The servoscope turns back to Karen.
Can't do anything. No one's helping me out here. So it's just like this.
The servoscope turns back to Karen. Karen, do have Miss Lilia escort you to the lighter bay. I'll have one of my shuttles come and pick you up. And with that, the hologram fades out and the servoscope smacks back to the floor.
Karen nods. Karen
That's good then.
turns to well, but just, officer, I order you to place me under arrest and to aid Lillian escorting me to the later bay.
The Yardsmen look among themselves before nodding and taking
Belay that.
In the back of one of the officers'
Belay
heads,
that,
just,
belay
I've
that.
dreamed about this for months, but not like this.
So,
Oh,
not
not even
even
a
handcuff her, but
I won't have my arch
I
militant.
laughed, it was good.
I will not have my arch militant arrested for something that hasn't been a crime. If the Inquisition needs to claim her, they can come and get her and she can walk to their ship like a free woman.
Well
Turn to
spoken,
the
my
shadow.
captain.
This is not the time, nor the place. This is Karen's choice, and we have to abide by what the Inquisitor is very kindly requesting of us, no matter how much we may not like it.
Did the Inquisitor request that she be handcuffed and arrested? No. He requests that she be turned over to him. She will be turned over to him. I will not make a show of arresting my arch militant.
Is the hologram still there?
No,
No,
the
it's
holodeck turned off and that servoscope fell back to the deck with the rest of them.
So somewhere, Leoresh is smiling with smug satisfaction.
Leoris is just like, yes, my dark ritual worked.
Yeah,
Later,
a sacrifice.
Later, looking up from where she sacrificed one of the Dire Avengers. Oh my god, it worked! Satan heard me!
Yeah, I was doing it just for shits and giggles.
Shit, Satan heard me.
And then she was gunned down by the other 5 Dire Avengers that walked in. The very
Yeah.
sad end.
Wait, Satan heard me. That means I actually own what I promised. Shit.
Damn. Gotta get to work. Anyways, but yeah, Lady Vanessa, though, as she leaves the bridge, does wish her the best, and it tries to give her some reassurance that she's sure everything will turn out well, even though she doesn't know what exactly happened. Kind of like, don't worry, everything's gonna be fine.
I'm sure you're completely innocent and everything will be a-okay. And,
No, not that
you'll be-
bad.
You'll be back, and you know what? There'll be puppies and kittens and balloons. I'm gonna have so many balloons when you get back.
Yeah, she does offer like the rest of her wine to her, you know, kind of like,
We'll
here,
set up
you
a
know,
little rabbit hutch.
shut it. Yeah, so she does give her like her glass of wine. One for the road.
Thank you, but I have abstained from this specific.
She kind of like looks at you. She doesn't want to say it, but it's like, you sure? You know, kind of like there's like the subtext, like,
It might
this
be the
could be your
last
last
chance.
time.
It's very well as your last chance. You may want to take it. I respect your choice to abstain, Karen, but as the astropath transcendent of the ship, I would recommend you're not going to like it on that black ship one bit. Trust me, I spent a lot of time on one of them.
Lady Vanessa kind of looks at her Ramirez, very annoyed that he kind of so bluntly said things.
But just
Everything's gonna be okay. Everything is not gonna be okay.
No,
only...
not everything is not okay.
No, just I only have my soul left to lose. I'll be fine.
And now Ramirez is
Emperor
going
will
to be
see me through it.
Lose.
Very well, then. Perhaps when you get back, I'll deliver a bottle to you. And she kind of like steps back to her station, not really knowing what else to say or do. Kind of holding on to her pendant a bit. Though secretly glad that they didn't come for her. Though equally worried that they knew her last name.
He knew who I was, but he didn't arrest me. Bigger fish to fry?
Lilia? Yeah. Lilia?
Of course, Baron.
Well, actually, I was going to ask if I repeat the tasks that I've done would be by my quarters to get my last gun.
Of course. And
If I want.
oh, God damn it, Pat! You need to let me know when you stop speaking. I'm just gonna shut up for a while.
Fair enough, but no. Once my purity is proven, then I'll be able to use it for this task. But if I'm found, then it'll be in the care of the Holy Orders. No, I'm done.
All right. Of course, Karen. I can honor his request. Making me have to stop and wait like 3 times. Oh, Christ. I'm gonna mute because inhaler.
But Lilia escorts Karen first to her chambers to retrieve the lasgun, wisely allowing Lilia to carry it.
Mm-hmm.
I, however, give Karen my bolt gun as I shake this inhaler like a madman.
I'm
not giving her my gun to
I
carry.
don't
That
wanna be
is
holding a
actually
weapon.
stupid.
When I meet him. Yeah.
Karen then escorts Lilia down to the lighter bay, where, due to their detour, an inquisitorial
They
shuttle
get
has
here.
arrived. Yeah, due to your detour,
Sorry, guys. We had to get a thing.
Yeah, due to your detour, the inquisitorial shuttle has arrived. As you enter the lighter bay, its rear ramp opens, and in perfect lockstep march out a half dozen crusaders in void sealed armor.
Fuck! Bit excessive, damn.
They are rolling out the big guns.
They descend the ramp, part ranks, and just form up along either side of the ramp. The next figure down is a clanking mess of cybernetics with a red robe thrown over it.
Oh, it's this guy.
And as it finally looks up and you see beneath its hood, all you can see in the darkness beneath that hood is just 8 glowing green eyes looking at you. Or 8 glowing green lights, rather. You're not entirely certain they're eyes, but you get the feeling it's looking at you.
I've had to deal with mechanics before.
The final figure to descend the ramp wears the long coat and hat of a witch hunter, though not any you recognize. This one is young. At a glance, you'd maybe put them at early to mid-20s. But you see an old, almost forgotten idealism in their eyes as they descend the ramp behind the tech priest. Karen, please do join us.
I don't like the way this guy talks.
Nod.
This guy talks super creepy and super, I'm the villain. Anyone else get that vibe?
A little bit, yeah.
It's the Inquisition. It's the Inquisition. They do the right thing sometimes, in between executing civilians for being anywhere near chaos, which is actually sort of the right thing too. Sad as it may sound.
Well, it is and it isn't. Specifically when they've made it through a chaos incursion, it's not, but yeah.
Listen, any of them could be saying they believe in the God Emperor.
It's fair. Kill them all, it got sort of out.
Kill them all. We can replace the people.
Mm.
Yeah.
Kill them all until the next world over. They get kill them all until the next world over. They get a 3-day break. At any rate,
Yeah, no, not the witch hunter.
she turns and to give you enough space to walk between her and the tech priest, who remains immobile until you've walked past him. And then he glances past to where Lilia stands and notes the las gun and scurries over, and you notice as he moves quicker now and the rope lifts up a bit more before the motion, he no longer has a humanoid set of legs. He's scuttling about on what basically amount to crab legs.
Ah, Lord Inquisitor Molyneux, a pleasure.
But yeah, he scuttles his way up to you.
Well, no, I believe it was the Mechanicum.
Yeah, it's the Mechanicum. Scuttles his way up to you and doesn't look at you at all, Lilia. Just bends his head in to examine the las gun. Lucius pattern, Mark 37. Adjusted sight picture. Properly maintained. Registration number matches.
Accuracy.
Registration number matches. He holds out his hand. Please surrender that weapon.
I'm not in a position where I can say no.
Or you could say no, but we all know what's going to happen when you say no.
I will surrender the hell gun.
Oh no, the assault lasgun was specifically.
Yeah.
The actual holy artifact.
Yeah. Once you place it in his hand, his metal fingers close around it gently, and he kind of steps backward. Thank you.
It creeped me out.
Yeah, he scuttles his way.
Micropress technology.
He scuttles his way back up the ramp after Karen and the witch hunter, and then again in perfect formation, the half dozen Crusaders step back into formation and ascend right back up the ramp. It hisses closed, and the shuttle disappears out into the void.
And there goes our arch militant. And now I need to make an arch militant backup character before anybody else does.
Too late. I've already done it. Ha 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 ha.
Leave
No,
Pat
damn it.
has-
Pat wouldn't do that. It's almost like there's no way Pat worked this out with the dungeon master before the game.
At any rate, on the bridge, you guys, after several moments, you see the black ship come about and make a short distance away before jumping into the warp. And once it has left the system, the Navy battle group moves into formation with you instead of against you.
That was certainly a trying set of events, right? She kind of like breaks the silence a bit.
Well, that was interesting. Just before the black ship does enter the warp fully, there's another quick hail that automatically answers this time, and another long burst of static, and when it ends, the circle skulls on the bridge return to their normal functions.
Oh, motherfuckers EMP'd us.
Now hack the system.
Hack the planet. Anyway,
Our firewall sucks.
Can we get that? We're gonna go fight Eldar soon. That would be really helpful, actually.
I know, right?
Actually,
Just a wall of actual fire in the hallway?
We're gonna have to worry about with Eldon.
Yeah. They form up around me. I'm gonna hail whoever's in charge.
Yeah, you send a hail out to the Lunar class light cruisers, and the signal is answered after a moment. Lord Captain Nikos, he's Rear Admiral. I am Vice Rear Admiral Rowenston.
Good to have you with us, Vice Admiral Rowenston.
Oh, you
We'll
do
be
me an
heading
honor,
in-
sir, but Vice Rear Admiral.
Vice Rear Admiral, my apologies. We'll be heading into the Orange system to deal with these Eldar the moment Shorta arrives.
You
I'm gonna lean over to Vanessa and like, yes, Rear Admiral, just because his mother likes it from the back.
It takes her like a couple seconds. One, she's kind of like weirded out by like trying to remember who this guy is, and then it's like, huh, very tasteful. And so she kind of goes back to
Fucking
Pretend to
nobles
be
don't
busy.
fight here.
no, she got it, but she saw it with it had no class.
Fuck you.
but
Out
yeah,
of character.
Fair
Hold
enough.
on, I have to deal with Joyce.
but yes, there's the Iskander. As you say that, you hear the background chatter before you just hear somebody snap at the bridge crew on their ship. Lord Captain Chorda will be accompanying us,
Indeed.
if that is your desire, sir. Not to
Trust
speak
me,
ill
it's
of my
not.
not to speak ill of my superiors, but
By all
You're
means,
aware of
speak
her
ill of
record.
your superior. Well, don't speak ill, speak truthfully. But, yes, I am. I feel it would be better to meet her now and gauge her myself. And it might be nice to have some of her ships full, if they do, in the Orange system. If not, then she gets what we agreed upon. And I've gotten to measure her anyway. And my problem is solved.
well, as you say, sir. It is but a short time after you've settled in with the Imperial Navy that an additional several warp signatures appear on your scopes. They enter into the system, and you see 6 escort vessels of varying classes, 2 destroyers, 4 frigates, a pair of light cruisers, so heavily modified that their original class is indistinguishable,
Shit.
and a heavily modified Ignis-class cruiser, which identifies as the Implacable Flame.
Ooh.
You're on good terms with her,
Nice.
right?
No, she just
Oh,
despises us. We'll
no.
probably just have us.
Of course.
But yes, as the Implacable Flame moves into position, there's another Vox Hail.
I answer.
Lord Captain Nikos, I hope I'm not too late, and do you not have faith in me? What is the Navy doing here? Don't they have some backwater to patrol?
Leave there.
Alright.
Paid and required to
That's
deal
rude.
with Xenos threats. It is their duty, and it is something we should all be thankful for and respectful.
Oh, of course. I'm just saying, they're usually so busy. I'm surprised they were able to spare this much.
Ramirez is just sitting and rubbing his face. Just, God damn it, we're getting into a dick measuring contest with another rogue trader again.
And it's a woman, and we're losing.
It shouldn't be that big of a
I
problem.
look at Vanessa and it's like, oh my God, we can finally relate.
No. I didn't say that in character.
I know, but it's just like, damn it.
Anyways, but yeah, no. Anyways, I suppose, Shorty, you're ready to get to the Orange system.
I'll just give my navigators a short moment to rest up while the rest of your fleet arrives.
Yeah, yeah, she knows what she's doing. This bitch knows what she's doing.
I don't know.
Fucking God.
That worked
Ow.
for her.
That hurt.
I'll send my application over.
Excuse me, Lady Shorter, can I put in a request for transfer?
I got
Yeah,
your
no.
back, bro. I was just joking.
Not saying no, but no, Scanner's just not responding to this at all. Just he knows that she knows, and he knows that he knows, and they both know.
You know.
Just,
I'm not-
just after a moment, there's the fakest surprise gas ever. Just, oh, is that ship all that you have? Oh, I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to bring attention to your misfortune. My apologies.
Oh,
What?
snap!
Fortunate.
Excuse me,
Yeah.
Lady Shorter, is it not beneath someone of your station to be so petty?
Not
Can we
in
begin
the
preparations
slightest.
to leave?
Excuse me, Lady Shorter.
I like Lady Shorter. I rescind all of my previous dislike of you. I like you quite a bit. Anyone that can own up to being such a bitch is amazing.
Lady Vanessa's kind of like, covering her face, like, oh my God, this is like a very hot and heated exchange going on here. Yeah. This is very improper.
Well, if we're all gathered together, then we'll just wait for my navigators to get their moments to reset themselves, and we'll be ready to lead the charge. Just stay behind me, dear. I'm sure we'll come out of it all right.
Does she in the box?
She does.
I intended to. Stupid fool.
Well, how is forgive me for my ignorance, Lord Captain, but what is your plan in all of this?
My plan is, best case scenario, Shorta dies, her fleet's destroyed, I'm up the Eldar with the Imperial Navy. Worst case scenario, we all die. Somewhere in the middle, Shorta has decided she is going first to prove a point. If she wants to prove a point, that's all well and good. She can lose her ships. I'm surprised she actually came all this way. And if she does win which is quite possible, she'll get some Eldar salvage. I didn't want the Eldar salvage to begin with.
Well, she's like about to say something, but then kind of like nods, understanding.
Once that's taken, we are in the Unbeholden Reaches, and since I have Yamakor the gate to the Unbeholden Reaches, if there is a planet within the system that the Eldar don't have, I'll just start taking it. All I have to deal with is her tongue lashing. And that wasn't that impressive, all things considered.
Of course, my lord. Very well. Though, if I may state, this plan does require a lot of ifs.
This plan requires a lot of very certain ifs. And any good plan is going to have ifs, because any good plan needs to be adjustable.
I do understand that, my lord, but if you can lower the amount of ifs needed, wouldn't that be best?
No.
But your judgment is law. She kind of just bows, kind of just ended the conversation, not wanting to say anymore.
Well, whilst Lady Chorda's navigators rest up for a moment so that they can guide their ships through the water accurately,
Just in the background, real quick, as Vanessa was talking to the Lord Captain, just Ramirez just shaking his head and doing the whole like, stop while you're ahead motion.
Someone had to say something. Especially since one of the conditions like, worst case scenario, we all die.
Over the mind link, yes, I know, but he's new, okay? He's new at this.
Worst case scenario, we all die a horrible void-induced death. Gasping desperately for air as our lungs shatter and explode out of
I
our
didn't
assholes.
fucking describe it, shut up!
Look, he was a failed poet. That's all he wanted to be in life, okay?
That does not raise any confidence.
I'm feeling Karen actually got off easy here.
At any
Oh, no,
rate,
she did.
Fuck all you guys.
at any rate,
Leorish.
while Chorda's navigators rest up, Leorish,
Oh, jeez, man. Okay. So, yeah. I do have to ask.
Early executed.
I have not been
Assume
executed.
that's what was gonna happen. Thought Shane was gonna be a bit of a dick. He seems to be really good at doing it this session.
Who, me being a dick?
No, Shane.
Leorish.
Yeah, he's good. I give him props.
It's one of my finest and most well-honed skills. But,
The other is hitting on me and making me uncomfortable.
come on, it was a yandere, I had to.
It was good. I got to admit it was
And
good.
we will never explain this to the audience in any series we do.
Never.
Just
I
be
don't
a
want
really
to know. I don't have the willpower to take that sanity roll.
That's fair.
But yeah, Leorish, a couple hours after they removed the Howling Banshee's armor, one of them did enter with a hot meal and a loose-fitting robe.
She's like, it's about time, and what is that? And she looks over the robe.
The
Clothing.
The clothing that we could spare for you.
Couldn't find something a little more less drab. Because I assume it's like a white, like, cloistering kind of looking robe.
It is a loose-fitting dark blue robe.
Oh, okay, that's not bad then. Well, anyways, as he's like, which one is it that came?
You don't know. It's not Unariel, and it's one of the ones who keeps his helmet on.
Okay, she does ask, if you'd be so kind, before you leave, what's your name? And she like gently slides on like the robe as if it's like a bathrobe or something. You know what? Never mind. Anyways, I need you to take a message to perhaps you may know her. One of the seers, green eyes, long dark hair. Should be remorsing over the loss of one of your comrades.
Do not press me, Dark.
I
am not pressing you. All I'm asking is for a simple message to be carried on. I mean, if you allow me, I will simply go and find her myself.
You will remain here. Speak your message, and I'll see about delivering it.
Thank you very much. Aren't you kind? I wish to request a meeting or an audience. I don't know how you Craftworld can phrase it. Either her place or here, whichever is preferred. I wish to discuss some matters and issues of the most highest importance.
We shall see.
Please. She just like gives like a not even a smile, just like a smug smirk.
Yeah. He steps out, leaving you alone with your food. And Leorish,
She looks down at the Go for it.
having been in here a couple hours now, you're starting to realize something. for the first time in as long as you can remember, you're certainly bored?
Oh, yeah, beyond belief
Oh, no,
bored.
no. You're certainly bored. But for the first time, and as long as you can remember, you don't feel the need to go above and beyond.
What do you mean above and beyond? You got to narrow that one down. Yeah.
You don't feel the need to chase the next high, to rejoice in excess. You're bored, you'd like something to do. But...
Oh God, no.
No, don't you take this from me. No, they're turning me on the heads. Throw myself in the window. No, go ahead,
But
continue.
yeah, no, the subtle need to go above and beyond in everything you do, that subtle desire to go a little bit further than is actually required of you, it seems to have just gone.
That kind of actually causes a bit of fear in her. Some genuine fear, not like apparition, like when Artark was mentioned before.
Yeah.
Like if someone mentioned "she who thirsts," it's like, oh, what? Don't you say that dirty word.
No, shut the fuck up.
That's the one. That's the one S word we don't say.
Shut the fuck up. You get
Why would you
attention.
attempt that shit?
Yeah. Yeah. She actually kind of like stops for a minute as she's like about to go eat, and kind of like has like a panicked feeling about it. And then she's like, she kind of like looks around, trying to like think of what to do. She kind of like looks out the window real quick.
Yeah. Looking out the window, you see the usual traffic on the streets below. It's returned to its normal levels now. The initial excitement over a dark kitten seems to have faded as everyone got their quick look and moved on.
She's fairly disappointed at that and very angry.
And has a sudden realization of what it's like to be the new penguin at the zoo.
Yeah, all right. So yeah, she sits down and tries to eat what passes for food here.
It's surprisingly good, though it's notably not seasoned with the suffering of others, but for what
Terror is my meat.
for what it is, it's good. It's simple, but there's actually a sort of strange pleasure in it.
What? I heard the P word, the good one.
They're turning you so hard right now.
I know, right? Yeah. So yeah, she does eat it a bit, though she thinks it could use a little more, and she's disappointed that they did not take her request for blood wine.
Yeah, could some of you guys just bleed in a glass for me? That'd be great.
Yeah. Yeah, and once she finishes, she just tosses whatever utensil she has down, and hopes that the seer answers her call. She predicts, hopefully, due to her emotional instability at the moment, that she'll jump at a chance to take it out on her. But during the meantime, she'll read a book, occasionally that one book again.
Yeah, the reflections of
The only thing she has to read. Occasionally look out the window, watch people go about, contemplate coming out of the window, but doesn't want to miss an important appointment. She does make a note of anyone in particular that goes by, like any warriors, anyone that looks of a particular interest, not just like, the riffraff.
Yeah. Occasionally you do see some of your craft world kin in aspect armor moving by, a couple fire dragons, notably one dark reaper.
Yeah, she's gonna, like, if any one of them knows, she will tease them a bit and just like blow a kiss to any of them, as if like they're going by on parade or something for her.
The dark reaper does look up at your window as he passes by, but you can't tell what he's thinking due to the skull-faced helmet.
Wait,
You know
skull-faced
he
helmet?
wants to see you. You're just not sure if he wants to see you dead or not.
Yeah, and she just like blows on the window, makes like a heart, and then backs away. She's like, that was uneventful. Yeah. Is there anything else in this room? And she's like just looking around, something to keep her occupied. She has gone through the book decently by now, and seeing what this philosopher, right? Or was it a...
The author is identified as millennial.
millennial? Wrote about his stuff. Thinks a good chunk of it's bull, but, makes note of it to bring it up in conversations with some of the craft world kin. Maybe it'll give them a good hard-on and lower their guard. She does think about teasing her guards at the door a bit, but decides not to do that till after she gets what she wants. She kind of looks at it like, oh, go for it.
Yeah, it's almost a day later when finally, after a couple more meals, the door opens and the seer enters.
At this point, she's just has like the robe tucked to the side, kind of, and she's just like laying there, kind of singing a little ballad to herself. Basically the whole like prison thing, like, no, but but the Eldar version. And she's like, oh, well, I'm terribly sorry. I didn't expect you to come over right now. She gets up. I am terribly sorry. Look, the place is an entire mess and everything. She just slips back on the robe there. Thank you for coming. I believe we didn't exchange names, but you may have had mine. But I will introduce myself anyways. Gotta be cordial and everything. I'm Leowesh.
I am Kali.
Kali. Very strong name. Very old name.
The Fire Avengers said that you had something to speak with me about. Out with it. I have business to attend to.
Oh, pardon me. Well, I assume by now you've heard of, how to put it, your council's judgment upon the crime that everyone was so eagerly to execute me of. Correct?
It has been relayed to me by my friends upon the council.
Oh, very good, very good. Alright. So I'm innocent of that.
I know that they have found reason to acquit you. Innocence
Same thing.
Is something entirely different.
Ooh, yes, true. If we were looking at this from a very philosophical standpoint, as she gestures over to the book there. But before we go any further, the reason I did call you here is I do have a proposition that you may be interested in. But I'd like to further discuss this, perhaps for a walk? That would be nice. A nice walk compared to this drab room.
I see the education in Komara has not improved. I suppose I'll have to instruct you in what the words house arrest mean.
I'm very well.
Until the council until the council has decided as to what to do with you. Personally, I hope they release you from the airlocks.
Ooh, I can feel the venom in that bite, sweetie. But no, all I request is a simple walk in the chat with you. I mean, I don't mind being bound, gagged, and all that. Well, I need to not be gagged to talk to you. And under heavy guard, of course.
I have come here to speak with you. Count your blessings.
Oh, I do every day, love. I do. All right, fine. Jeez, if you're not going to be at least modestly civil towards me, I guess we could discuss it here. Though I do apologize in advance. She does say that, but doesn't allude to what it is. Anyways, as she sits down on the bed, she looks her over real quick.
Kelly is dressed in a robe of a darker blue with yellow runes stitched into it. You can see where the collar would connect to one of the rune helms seers are known to wear, but she seems to have left it behind, and she's had all weapons taken from her. Though you can see where she would have where she would normally have a sword scabbarded on her hip.
Yeah, she does mention, I'm insulted that you at least wouldn't come armed. I'm very dangerous. Anyways. I imagine you still mourn the loss of your dear departed.
Do not speak of her. You don't have the right.
As she lashes out, she's kind of like cleaning like some gunk between her fingernails. I was not the one that killed her, all right? But I did see who did it. Of course, you're probably well aware. You seers are very good at gazing. Not so much in the doing department, though.
Yeah, you see her fist
And I
clench now as she just stares coldly at you.
do not take my cavalier attitude as an insult. I imagine the pain you feel must be very deep. And judging by your reaction, she must have been very close to you. Kind of probing now a bit.
Kelly takes a couple more steps towards you, staring you down still. And as she reaches within arm's reach of you, she lashes out and just punches you in the jaw.
All right.
I'll let Eldar.
You
I'll
can
let
I'll probably
Eldar
let her.
strike.
You can attempt to dodge.
I'll let her
if you'd
have
like.
that. Well, you know what? Actually, no. I will attempt the dodge because I have an idea. Worst case scenario, she hits me. You know.
Oh man, make
Oh.
this super anime. Dodge it and then like pin her to the ground. Make this really anime.
No, not like that. Though I like with that line of thought. I take it I don't get any modifiers or anything.
No, you're goading her, so you were sort of expecting her to try it, but you are still
Oops.
flat on your back, so.
Did I roll the wrong one? Well, because I have two
Uh,
different sheets. No, yeah, I rolled it for her. Okay,
Yeah.
it's just a different title.
Yeah, if you
Yeah,
have,
it's
if you have it set one way or the other, it'll go off that
So
way.
yeah, she takes a good hit there to the face.
Yeah, you take a blow to the cheek, because she's just. And as you turn to look at her again, the cold is gone, and there's just boiling fury behind her eyes. I understand, Darkin. I get it, I do. You don't care for anything or anyone except your own pleasures, your own dark, disgusting pleasures. You care for nothing but the filth that runs through your mind day in and day out. And my fellows think that perhaps, maybe if they drag their feet releasing you, you might see that there's a better way to live. But you won't.
Pleasure is the most deepest of poisons. You should take it in very deeply. Goes well to ease the pain. As she does like
You want
lick
to
her
talk
lip
about
a bit.
pleasure? You don't understand pleasure. All you understand is debased biological reactions. Let me tell you what pleasure, what joy really is. Joy is holding the one you love in your arms every night when they come home from fighting for your future. Joy is seeing them breathing and seeing them come awake in the morning next to you. Joy is every kiss they lay upon your cheek. Joy is every touch of their hand. Pleasure is being held in their arms and knowing that so long as you're with them, everything is okay. And Darkin like you think you understand pain. True pain is having all that is good and bright in life ripped away from you. True pain is what I will feel for the rest of my days because you decided to side with the Monkai instead of your own kin.
She rolls her eyes at the last one there. Yes. I know you left early, and you might have not gotten the full thing, but I was kind of in a pinch there. What was I supposed to do? Let them just kill me? She who thirst would have eaten well that day if I had done that.
Only for your own idiocy. We've offered our kitten Komuro the answer to the dilemma multiple times, and yet you still refuse it.
Own idiocy, and now you're blaming me for sheer politics. Do I look like the one that runs the Dark City? She finally calls it by its official title. Oh no, I think you are trying to place all your anger and misconceptions of the Dark Kin upon me.
You are a symptom of the poison that has ruined our capital. You are
Yes.
part of the reason She Who Thirsts ever came to be.
Yes, I was the one that was there that kicked that whole bit off. Yes, I was there at the fall. It was my fault.
No,
Blame
but
me.
even centuries later, millennia later, you continue to do the same perverse actions. when there are better ways.
Better
I don't
ways.
know
Look
why I'm
at yourself
talking to you.
now.
I don't know why I'm bothering to speak to you. It's like trying to talk to a dog.
Ooh. This is just like, that's mean. Well, because... Let me get back to what I was saying earlier. The offer I have for you. If you wish to continue to hear it. Your soul is burdened and angered with sorrow and rage, and you won't allow yourself to indulge in the basic needs to numb that pain, even for just one simple night. You want retribution, of course, upon the very human that took what was, as you put, so pleasurable to you away. Correct? You want to see him writhe and squirm in pain.
I will see his Imperium burn. I will
Ooh.
watch as everything he has strove to build, everything he has tried to make from what he has stolen from us. I will watch as he sees it die, and then I'll kill him. I don't need your help in this.
He'd be long dead before that happens. You have to know when to take your lickings and lashings when you can. And I can help you with that. I spent some time amongst them. I know their ways a bit. And their Lord Captain, or whatever he calls himself, even though I had the opportunity to stab him back before it was ruined by your kin, deciding to try to remove my head from my body.
You
Trust me.
attempted to infiltrate us, wearing the armor of one of our dead sisters.
Oh? And why would I do that? Alright, I had to tell them something to get away. They wouldn't exactly have allowed me just to walk right on out. Most of them were already...
Drukari, you had the chance to stand with us. You stood with them.
Stand with you. No one was around when I emerged from the webway. No one offered their kind hand.
And when you saw us emerge to slay the Monkai, you helped them.
Help them? How? Your warriors seem to have done a fine job in fighting them as it is. I didn't even land a single shot upon them. Maybe an insult, especially for the striking scorpion that decided to try to remove my head. Of course, that's a bit personal.
It is nothing less than what you deserve.
Perhaps.
Fighting with Monkai against your own kin. Betraying us. Continuing to feed she who thirsts, even centuries after your kind birthed her.
Don't act like you know me just because you read in some old, dusty tome about what happened at the Fall, or about the enlightened city of Komora. Alright? If you really want to know who I am, as she gets up out of the bed at this point and goes up to her, then all you simply have to do is reach out. And she taps her forehead.
I would sooner break my own knees than spend a second inside your skull.
Ooh. Well, that's hurtful. So, the one who claims to be all enlightened and everything doesn't even want to open up any dialogue whatsoever, or take me up on an offer to assist them. Instead, just wants to continue to accuse me of different charges and whatnot. Not even give myself a chance to apologize or amend ways.
The Drukari had 1,000 chances to rejoin us, to see the light.
Oh, yes,
And
the
you
Drukari,
continue-
yes. Let me tell you this. Did I choose to be born what I am? No, I didn't. I simply am. All right?
And you could have joined up with 100
I could have.
100
Do you think...
different Harlequin troops. When they visited your dark city, you could have gotten away from it, but you didn't. You stayed.
Oh, yes, sure.
You
Let me
beat and
go...
tortured and carved flesh, all to get your next high.
Oh, sure. Let me go travel with the entertainers Because they seem so stable and everything as well. And do you think I know them on such well terms? I've only seen one performance in my entire life, when I was a child. And they only select certain individuals. Of course, you wouldn't know that. You've been here in your gilded cage of a craft world, slowly crying out in pain as everyone else slowly closes in around you like a noose. I told you we should have gone for a walk.
A Harlequin troop is 1,000 times more mentally stable than anyone in Comoran. Your choice to stay there proves that much.
My choice to stay there? You should really pay the city a visit. No one has a choice in anything. All of it's a calculated risk. Yes, because there was an opportunity.
And decided, oh, well, I'll just saddle up with the Monkai instead of my own kin.
You're more mad. This isn't about Drakari, Monkai, or even my own self. This is about you having something to point at, and I'm the closest thing, and blaming it and putting all your frustration and anger on me as she gets in her face.
Your foolish ways are what cost us the Empire.
Yes, the Empire. You prattle so much on about the Empire this, the Empire that. Jeez, how does anyone get anything done around here? Or even simple conversations? I can only imagine what the rest of the Seer Council's like. Oh, the Empire this. She mocks her a bit. Try my patience. I'm trying to be nice and kind, considering the very uncordial behavior I've been given, even though in the face of being proven completely innocent of all the charges that you've leveled upon me, except for being a Drakari. Drakari? Drakari?
Drakari.
Drakari. Okay. Never gonna get used to use that. Anyways, Drakari.
My deepest apologies.
Oh, don't waste your fake apologies on me, alright?
It's not my fault. Some of us have the bright idea to act with a bit of foresight. Oh, but
yes.
You're incapable of it. You've let such mental functions degrade. Lest
the
they
same
put
mental
you at
functions
risk
that
for your
feed she who
behavior.
thirsts. And I think we've spent plenty of time developing our other skills as she gestures to her body. So
proud of a pale, twisted, whip-thin excuse for reform.
Hello, Pot. This is Kettle. Or basically the Eldar equivalent. And as she goes up to her and lifts her arm, whether she likes it or not, and says, "Oh yes, and you're the pure form of a fine specimen yourself."
She pulls her arm out of your hand.
As she doesn't allow her to pull it away. I don't know if you want to roll off or something for that.
She's not the most physical of Eldar. You managed to keep her wrist.
Oh man,
me darkin.
Or what? You going to liquefy my mind? All right. As she gets in her face.
Guards.
Let's say just punch the bitch in the mouth. Don't let her call the guards.
So it's too late.
No, she lets her go once she calls the guards.
Yeah, the door snaps open as she pulls her wrist back. And the Dire Avengers step in. This animal needs to be watched. She's threatening to snap.
Oh, yes. I'm the animal here. Yes. Perhaps we should continue this conversation at a later date then, if you're not going to hear out my offer of assisting you and your craft world kin in dealing with the problem on the planet after long thinking. As she says that now with the proper witnesses there to pass on the word. But fine, very well. Dump me out of the airlock, or put me in one of your trees or whatever, or send me on some dirt ball, Ignore my talks of redemption and rekindling of friendships and all that. Even denied me a basic walk.
I pray that the council realizes their foolishness in letting you live, or failing that, drops you on some forgotten meteor in the middle of nowhere.
And I pray that you come to your senses and learn how to have a good time, or at least hold a decent conversation that isn't leveling charges of an entire culture at one person. For someone so enlightened, you're certainly given to caricatures. Okay. That word.
Good day, Darken.
And then
Do
an
not
orc
speak
runs
to me
into the
again.
room and kills them both.
And good night to you as well, my lady. If you ever need anyone to talk to or any companionship, you're more than welcome to look me up. I won't be going anywhere in the near future. Is that correct? She just says for one of the guards to answer.
The council has yet to decide on your fate.
Yeah, yes, the council. Yes, tell them I love them too and all that.
The trio of them all step out and the door closes again. And the cycle of interruptions in your solitude is only broken up by the regular bringing of meals and the occasional swapping of your reading material.
Yeah, she does read it a bit, though once a couple of days pass. And she hasn't done anything, not even like mock the guards, whatnot. Sort of waiting for things to kind of relax. She looks over to the window and is like, if they're not going to be civil and let me explore or even talk to me, then I'm going to just have to be the very unrude guest and do it myself. And she kind of like talks to herself and kind of like ponders like, oh god, I'm going slightly mad. Ugh, I guess being in here will do that to you. And she's going to try to get out the window now. Use some of that contortionist.
Go ahead and give me that test.
She's gonna get stuck in the fucking window, I swear to God.
That is a very
After all of that,
possibility.
she's gonna get caught halfway out the window.
Ass
And they can't
hanging
even
out.
bring a new meal.
And then the
Or
orc,
not, fuck you.
Barely.
and then the oh, damn it.
Yeah.
I burn a fate point to make that a failure.
What? Hey, you can't do that. You can't Blue Falcon me like that, man. Not cool, bro. Not cool.
It was.
Remember
Remember
that time that you were? Remember that time you didn't laugh at my joke as another character? This is
Yeah.
my vengeance.
Oh, you passive-aggressive bitch.
At any rate,
Well, so, yeah.
You climb out the window and there's that awful moment where you're partway out and there's a bit of resistance and you just have that instant of doubt of, oh god, oh my ass just got stuck. No.
She kind of like thinks, that wouldn't have happened if they fed me proper.
You know, if they let me get out and get a walk, my ass would not have inflated. I would not be stuck here. And then you just sort of wiggle your way free. Ha! Suck it, Craftkin.
Pretty much, yeah. As she hits the ground.
Yeah.
And she also has catfall too,
Yeah.
by the way, just stating that.
You managed to rather artfully descend down without anybody really noticing. And dressed
And then
as
she
one,
puts her hood up.
The orcs arrived.
and dressed as one of the craft world kitten, you actually fit in pretty well.
Oh, she also did leave a note, said, basically, back in a few minutes, don't wait up.
So she wrote in the holy book with her blood.
No.
Fears that shit? Did she leave like the bed, like the bed stuffed?
But stuff, no, she doesn't care. What are they gonna do? Plus, she knows when the next meal check's gonna be, and she's been quiet. They probably think that she just doesn't care anymore or something, or has gone catatonic.
Yeah,
So now she's gonna explore.
Yeah, after a couple days, they've just started to assume you're just lazing around at any given point.
Yeah. So yeah, she starts exploring a bit, walking amongst the craft world kin, particularly looking for a place to get clothing or see how they conduct society, and kind of getting like the feel of the land a bit.
Yeah. As you wander about, you find that every building is put to it has its own purpose designed into it. Every block is given over to a specific craft. And wandering through, you do eventually find where the clothiers are, and are able. One of them looks up. Ah, Kin, I've not seen you in the district before. Need something?
Yes. What do you have available, my friend?
Oh,
She has like a very particular, very exotic accent, probably. If he's just like a regular civilian guy and doesn't know shit or something, maybe.
yeah. Yeah, it's. You're sure this person's other personality is a guardian, but they're not in it right now, so they're a bit focused on weaving. But they kind of sit up and wipe off their robe and kind of.
You're the bad German spy being sent to America during World War II.
1, I'm not a spy. 2, I have a method to my madness. You will see. Anyways.
I'm saying because the accents.
Oh. So yeah. So does he have anything that would fit my particular taste, or is it just basically different colored robes?
A lot of it is various robes, but there are actually a couple. There's a few more. There's a few more like standard work outfits, pants, shirts, fucking
Hot pants.
bodysuits, but
She figures that as much as that would be nice to Dawn, probably would attract too much attention. She will get just a different cover robe, make it a little bit harder for them to find her.
yeah,
When they realize.
you're able to get a nice dark robe, and
She just gives like the other robe to him or her.
yeah, the clothier takes it and smiles. A fair trade.
Of course. She just steps out and starts to head over towards the space. What passes for a spaceport around here. And
I swear to God, if she just walks off the planet, I'm gonna be pissed.
yes, it's that easy. It's pre 9/11. I just like, I lost my ticket, bro.
Walk into the airport, yeah.
No, she's not looking for a ship. She's smarter than that. She knows there's gonna at least be a few guards, and they'd notice an extra passenger. She's looking for a particular sort of Eldar, ones that would be shunned to this part of the craft world.
If I may correct you, this is pre-Orc Space Hulk crashing into the craft world.
Yes, I would assume.
Yeah, it's. This has jumped for Laorish. We've jumped all the way back to the beginning of the future.
3 months ago.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, anyways, she's looking probably if there's like any bars nearby or passes for a bar in Eldar society. She's basically looking for those who tread the what do they call it? As she's trying to remember, the path of the outcast, or those of the more Corsair persuasion.
There are a few rowdy establishments.
Oh my God, rowdy!
For craft worlders. They're
Sometimes
located.
they curse.
Yeah, they're located just on the edge of the docking rings, and they are full of ones who have clearly taken the Corsair's path, just come back to dock home for a while.
Perfect. They might listen to that first noise complaint. That's a good one. Anyways, so she has a hood over her eyes. She's been trying her best to make sure no one looks directly into her eyes, because she knows enough that these sheep will be able to see what a true wolf is. Yeah. And she takes a step into the bar there.
Yeah, there appears to be a Corsair crew in this place that has just come back from going out raiding, and they're laughing and being boisterous and noisy, and one of them actually looks up and sees you. Hey, Ken, come here, sit down with us, have a few drinks.
No, they just see this woman robed, and they just see her lower facial features as she smiles, and quietly sits amongst them.
Yeah, You sit amongst them, and they hand you a glass of wine as one of them points out the window towards one of the docked ships. You see that aurora out there?
Mm-hmm.
We just took it all the way towards the gate to the Cronus Expanse. Raided that little station they call Footfall. Came back with a few
Footfall.
pretty little things.
Oh, what pretty little things. I've never adventured over there before.
Oh, not too much different from usual. A few prisoners, some bits of supplies. What passes for food among Monkai, but didn't bother bring back any of that.
I see. You lot must live a very exciting life.
More than anyone on this place. The way
She
of the
just like
path
laughed.
is just too structured. Who can live like that, shunting away everything but what you're doing at the moment?
I know, right? She's basically like over the course of the conversation, feeding into their egos a bit, letting them tell how extraordinary their lives is, and being like, yes, I felt the paths are very constraining. It's not a lie. And basically just charm.
Go ahead and roll charm.
Yeah.
Give yourself a +10 because they're all inebriated.
They called this inebriate. I thought this was apple juice.
No, they've had a few more glasses of wine before you got here, but
Bam! It's spiked apple juice. I wish.
Yeah.
it's
Yeah.
hard apple cider.
Leorish with the habit of just barely passing.
Yeah.
Still, bam. Yeah. So yeah, she's being.
These Eldar would not survive Amasek.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Well, mostly because
Oh,
it's
yeah.
basically drain cleaner to their systems, but yeah.
Pretty much. I use this for my toothpaste. So yeah, she's smiling, kind of leaning up against a few of them, talking to them, letting them tell stories and whatnot. Getting a feel for like what they kind of deal with, in a way.
Yeah, you can tell that
You know,
these
like-
are, you from the stories, if any of them are to be believed, they're not aspect warrior levels of veteran and trained, but they've seen more than enough.
All right. Which one's the leader? Has she been able to like squirm her way into where she could sit next to the leader?
The leader, you saw him early on, but he made his excuses and headed back to the ship before you got a chance to get too close to him.
Fuck. All right. Second, first mate, skipper, quartermaster.
You do find that his first mate he's been staying with the men. He seems to have been drinking quite a bit less. You can tell it's probably his task to get them all back to the ship when they're done, but he's having enough to just take the edge off after being away for so long.
All right. So like, while everyone's like kind of partying and whatnot, when they're kind of like sitting, she kind of like gently talks to him. So tell me, what do you plan to do with those that you captured? I know that we don't exactly deal with slaves.
Some of their higher-ranking officers we bring back that our craft-world kin can, well, learn from them as to what the Monkais are planning and doing.
That's it? That's all you do is just learn? What happens to them after that?
Well,
She like puts like a hand on his chest and is kind of like caressing him a bit.
well, if the Seer Council can take the memories from their minds, they're dropped off on some little backwater world the Monkai control. Let them wander back to their people. If they're a bit too mentally strong for that, then unfortunately the Council sees them executed.
Oh, that's most unfortunate. For you. As she kind of lets it hang there for a bit. I don't want to proceed to tell you how to do your job, but I feel you could make much more wealth exploring other methods. And she kind of like finally tilts her head up to where he could see her eyes.
Yeah, he blinks for a second.
What?
Breath of Cain. No wonder you've had such an interest in us. He kinda
Guilty
lowers
as
his-
charged.
Yeah, kind of lowers his voice. And what is one of the Darkin doing here?
Would you believe me if I said I was on vacation?
No, I don't think I would.
Then you'd be correct. Right now, I'm currently being held by the Seer Council as they are trying to decide what to do with me. I'm, as you could tell, very wildly. I imagine they're all pent up in their council chambers, trying not to fantasize about the fun that they could have.
And then that quartermaster noped the fuck out.
Nope the fuck out. Nope. Anyways, she says, instead of just dropping those useless Monkai off on some desolate planet, you could easily take those into the webway and sell them to my kin.
I'm sure we could. But
Then why don't you?
the captain has his disagreements with, well, your kind.
Disagreements? And well, what exactly? Or is this the typical disagreements?
He doesn't talk about it too much, but rumor is he was sweet on one of those witches till she became a succubus and killed his friend for sport.
Oh, he chose love in the very wrong place. Though not all of us are like that. Some of us can be very more reasonable. As she kind of like gently pats his cheek.
He just kind of takes your hand by the wrist and brings it back down away from his face. I'm sure.
Fair.
But, well, the captain was young and dumb at the time. Now, you said
And
they
now
were
he's more
keeping you said they were keeping you prisoner.
Mm-hmm.
You'd think they would check on you a bit more often. As
Oh, they probably have discovered already.
Yeah, go ahead and give me an awareness test.
Alright, well, before that, she does say, if he's so worried about dealing with them, I'd be more than happy to help broker a fair trade deal. If anyone knows my kind, it'd be me, of course, right? Anyways, awareness, right?
Yep.
Do I have that? Oh, hey, I have good awareness. I forget sometimes. Thought that was the other character. Any modifier or no?
No, it's basic.
Nah, I'm kind of too busy doing my work, I guess.
Larash, his mention is the only thing that snaps it to you. You haven't really been paying attention to time, and it's flown rather quickly. Glancing up at one of the timepieces on the wall, you realize not only have you missed your meal, they've been looking for you for a while. They're probably about to catch up.
Oh, that's good. That's good. I'd hate to have to walk all the way back. Though she was seeing about like looking at some of the historical monuments. Though she says, bring word to your captain then. Oh, and you can call me Leoresh. As she kind of like whispers into his ear, licking it a bit, as she gets up.
Tongue.
Hmm?
I was about to say, yeah, slip in the tongue. Get whatever you can out of this guy.
Yeah, pretty much. As she gets up and kind of just still acts all like a regular woman, nice to all the rest of the crew, and wishes them the best on their journeys. And may, what's her name? Ishai?
Yes,
Isha?
praise that one goddess that we have.
Isha, yes. May take care of them. As she steps out of the bar, it's like, maybe I'll go see one of those little forests that they have here.
You get a few steps down the road before somebody catches your wrist, and looking back behind you, it's the first mate, Lara.
Huh?
I'm
Oh,
sure my
hey.
captain will deny any trade with the Darkkin, but if the council, well, when the council gets around to releasing you, there's a place aboard the ship for you. Why not be
That
a
would be-
corsair?
He's talking about in his bed.
She kind of just smiles and is like, that would be acceptable. Perhaps once your captain sees my very excellent work ethic, he would be so kind to lend me an ear.
Maybe. But you should probably hurry back. I'm sure, and he points to the squad of guardians hurrying down the road. I'm sure they're here for you.
Oh, but it's fun to watch them run around a little. This is probably exciting for them. But I'll take your advice, as she smiles and gently takes her hand away.
Yeah, he lets
And is
you go.
like, try not to die before we next meet. What's your name?
Amaranth.
Emerith. I will commit that to memory. I will need to make a note of that later. Emerith. Anyway, so yeah, she begins walking casually. Like, maybe even at one point, like, pats a kid on the head. You know, very nice. No one knows. Like, nice kid. Yeah. Yeah, basically like a mother's worst nightmare.
Yeah.
And takes a long way around. She goes right up to her room or whatever. You know, are the two guards still there? I mean, probably.
There's one guard that has stayed there. It looks like the rest were pulled off to go try and find you.
All right, so she's gonna see. Wait, which guard is this? Is this one I recognize?
This is Genuriel, and he has his helmet off and just looks at you. Well, you've made a scene.
Hmm.
I'm in backwards and get your ass stuck again.
She
Looks
tries her
hot.
best to disguise. What?
Climb in backwards and get your ass stuck again. It might entice him.
Nah, we're beyond that. No, she does say, and tries to like fake an accent as best she can. What do you mean, aspect brother?
You're not as subtle as you think you are.
Fair enough. I'm not. And she reveals her full face. But now I've got you all to myself, as she kind of leans against him. So is this where you force me down? Huh?
Yeah, he reaches,
Aspect Nietzsche.
Let the man be a woman trying to seduce this man. I want to watch this.
There's a very good reason to my madness. This might all pay off. It's future investments. I'm diversifying my portfolio. Plus, so far, there's only been men thrown in front of me. It's not like Leo Resher wouldn't judge. Farsi was too bitchy for that, sadly.
But yeah, Genuriel just sort of reaches behind him and the door slides open. Correction, you have your room to yourself.
Oh, come on, don't be like that. I mean, how long before the others even get back and realize that I've already come back here? It'll be our little secret.
Go ahead and give a charm roll.
Okay, fair enough.
Give yourself a plus 10, because he does think you're pretty. In a
Give yourself a minus
in
10.
a creepy dominatrix
Why would
sort
they
of way.
send? Why would they send the young naive masochist to check? Oh my God! Yes.
That's climb, not charm.
Huh?
That's climb, not charm.
Oh, shit. Well, yeah, I climb him. No.
I mean,
Flying
it's
him
kind
like
of
a
the
tree.
same
What the
thing.
fuck does that even mean?
Hey, to be fair, that's still a 12 that he rolled. I think that should stay.
Nah, that's up to the DM, but...
Well, I mean, does that pass the charm? Because if so, I mean, fair enough.
What is?
And I have a 43 charm.
All right, it would
Yeah,
have passed.
no.
Okay, that's fine.
Yeah. Alright, so yeah. She just leans in a bit against him and kisses his cheek.
Yeah, he kind of presses one hand to your shoulder and pushes you back. Runs one hand down your cheek. Just in case somebody does come back, it might be best if we were inside.
Yes, in this case, what observers would be bad. As she kind of takes him inside. Yeah, no, I'll save you the details on that. You can imagine what happens. She shows him the ways of the Dark Hand. Culture exchange, people.
Many months
Cultural
later,
exchange.
is that a big
3
fucking
months,
rock in the sky?
3 months. 3 months they've been having this secret affair, this secret cultural exchange.
3 months
And
later,
then orcs came.
I'm getting you out of here. Is that a giant rock in space? No. Also, it's getting very close.
Is that a giant meteor? No. Oh. But the daring quote-unquote rescue, we'll have to wait for
Rescue?
next session.
Well,
Yeah.
Shane, give me my rank up or I'll kill you.
You're not getting
How
it,
far
Michael.
away are you, Maiko?
I don't know. I mean,
Well-
what page is it on? Probably a lot.
I'll throw in an extra 150 XP for good role-playing this session.
I hate you.
150, yay!